Hello one and hello all. How are we all doing tonight? And welcome to another Saturday night Stack Chat with me, the Stack Collector, sponsored by Stackers Social, the incredible Discord server where we get together as a community, hang out and talk about all things shiny and round. And tonight I have the absolute pleasure of being joined once again by a great guy. He's had his own YouTube channel for quite a few years now, and it's been fantastic watching that grow over the last couple of years. But without any further delay, let's get him in for a chat. And we have with us tonight MacDonald Bullion. How are you doing, buddy? You're all well?
Hello, yes. All good. It's great to be here.
Thank you, mate. It's fantastic to have you here with us again. I'm just going to go through and say hello to all the early birds that we've already got in the chat. We've got Luke, CY Sterling, Blistering Barnacles Adventure, Davinia Robbins, Jumping into Silver, Blistering Barnacles Adventures. We've also got Nerd UK has popped in to say a quick hello, but he's out tonight, so I think he may have gone again already. GSH is in. He says he will pop in a bit later for a while. Hope everyone is having a good evening. That's no worries, GSH. I've got a little something to do with GSH, so I'll wait for him to pop back in a little while time. MacDonald Bullion's in the chat, so he's with us in the chat as well. Diaxis, Silver Stag Stacker. Who else we got? Anyone else? Any more? I think that's about it. We're jumping. I think I've said you. And Stephen's here. We were just talking about you, Stephen, and Cobra as well. Cobra, fantastic to see you here, mate. Villains Bounty, I can't miss you off either. But if I have missed anyone out, I do apologise, and thank you to everybody who's joined us up to yet and is interacting in this Stack Chat. I'm going to have a chat with MacDonald Bullion just like last week, and if you do have any questions regarding anything we're chatting about, pop them into the Stack Chat interact room in Stackers Social, and then a little bit later on we'll go through everyone's questions, and we'll end the night by doing a Q&A with the live chat as we normally do. Louise is here. Louise, fantastic to see you. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, no, that's it for tonight. We'll have a bit of a chat, me and you, mate, and then we'll do the duck races in a bit and end it with a bit of Q&A. How's that sound to you, buddy?
Sounds great to me, yeah.
Fantastic. So, how are you doing, mate? Are you well?
I'm good, mate. Yes, I'm good. Not much is different. I'm still putting out videos now and again, I suppose. I'm still releasing different bits about gold and silver. Probably not as much as I was or used to. I think it just takes a little bit longer to edit and things now, but I'm still creating little bits and bobs, and we had a good meet-up at the Royal Mint as well, which was good as well.
We did, yes. We'll be talking about that in a brief moment as well, because it was an absolute pleasure to meet you, and not only yourself, it was Nerd UK came down to hook up and meet us as well, didn't he?
Yes, it was good to see him. It's nice to put names to faces, isn't it? So, I mean, getting to the Royal Mint isn't too bad, I suppose, if you live in the south, because it's literally just along the M4. But I suppose if you live in the north or anywhere else, it can be a bit of a longer drive. But me, it's not so much. It's not too bad, I suppose, getting there. So it's always nice to pop along and see everyone and put names to faces.
No, it is. It really is. And like you say, it's fantastic to put a face to the name. Do I look like what you thought I was going to look like?
That's a tricky question. I don't think so, but I don't think you really don't know when you talk, especially on things like YouTube and stuff. You have absolutely no idea what people look like.
Yeah.
And, when you actually meet people, it's kind of like, the first time you see them, it's like, oh,
yeah, is
that you? And it's like, yeah, it's me. And it's like, oh, right, okay. And then it's kind of like, oh, you pick up from the last conversation you had, and it's nice. So,
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was great to meet up. So
no, yeah, it was
really, really good day.
It was. I've just seen Cobra's put no lol in the chat. I don't know. I think he may have been answering that question as well, because I've met Cobra as well. We met each other down at the London Coin Fair last year, so I think he's saying no, I don't look like what I sound like, and that's kind of. I think that's very much the case all the time, isn't it? Really, I don't think you looked exactly like I thought you were going to look. I recognise you straight away, because you said you were wearing a grey hoodie and blue jeans, weren't you? So I saw a guy walking in wearing those, and I thought it's got to. It's got to be MacDonald Bullion,
Yeah.
hasn't it? So yeah. Don't look nothing like you would think. Thanks, Cove, mate. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Really, it could be an insult. Who knows? Stephen says TSC looks like a World War II RAF pilot. Chocks away. Not anymore, Stephen. No. I've trimmed it all off, haven't I, Josh?
Yeah, I was going to say, because I remember last time you saying that you had, was it like a George V type moustache?
Yeah, proper curls to it and everything.
Right.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
Yeah, you didn't have that.
Yeah, it was. No, it was brilliant. I'll grow it back at some point. The problem is, you've got to do it every single day. You've got to wax it and shape it.
Yeah.
And then if you don't, you end up, every time you have something to eat, every time you have something to drink, you're just eating a mouthful of moustache here, and it gets a lot. It really does. And I thought, you know what? I saw this happens all the time. I'll see an old photo of myself, and I was like, oh no, I look good there. I'm gonna trim my trim my beard back down and go with a stubble beard. But yeah, TSC pretended he was dressed up for Halloween, but I reckon he looks like a Viking 24/7. Says Rex. As often as I can, Rex. As often as possible. That is for sure. But yeah, no, I think you didn't look massively dissimilar to what I envisioned. But yeah, no, if you hadn't have described what you were wearing, etc., I don't think I would have gone straight up to you and say, "Ah, you MacDonald Bullion." So
Yeah, I would have walked straight past you.
yeah, absolutely, 100%. So, I mean, you've done the tour a few times, haven't you now?
Yeah, I mean, I've done it twice, so that's the second time I've done it.
Okay. Same as me then. I'm sure you'll agree. The second time around, it's a bit sameish, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I think once you do it once, it's kind of the same information.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah,
Sorry to just interject. I just thought it'd be a good idea just to explain to anybody who hasn't actually been to the Mint yet what you do with the tour, because obviously the people who's been, you know exactly what we mean. But basically, when you first get there, you'll there's a gift shop on the left hand side, there's a canteen on the right hand side, and there's a bit of a foyer there where you've got the mini covered in pennies, etc. You go over to the till, you show them your scan code. People normally buy the tickets online beforehand. I think it's cheaper if you do that as well. I think it's a bit of a discount for buying them online. But you go show them your ticket, then you wait in the foyer. When it's time for your tour, they take you into a room where you sit down. They give you a very brief bit of information about the Mint. How long has it been about? They say that describe the jewellers that they do and that kind of thing. Next off, you kind of go outside, and then we show you these old steam presses that are outside as you walk over to the next bit, that's the factory floor. So you'll congregate in front of the factory floor, and then if you're lucky and you go on a weekend or you go on a day where the factory's not operational, they actually take you onto the factory floor, and you go for a little tour around looking at the machines, and then after that you do your strike your own if you've paid for the strike your own coins, and then after that you get to just walk around the exhibition, don't you? So that's pretty much. It's not a long tour, is it?
no, it's. I mean, they say it lasts about 45 minutes, don't they? I think it's the £13.50 one. There's different costs to different tours. I think if you get some food or some add-ons, then Strike Your Own's they're £7.50 each.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You can buy. Every person can buy up to 3. You are limited to only 3 for the Strike Your Owns, aren't you? But yeah, there's £7.50 each. To be honest with you, at this point now, they're the reason I go down. Like I say, I've done the tour before, so if I go back, it'll be, because I want the Strike Your Own be doing for that period, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't think they have the only option to strike your own coins. You have to do the tour, don't you? You have to.
Yeah. I think I've heard of people that go down, pay the money, and then get to strike your owns, but don't do the tour.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes you can buy them from the actual gift shop. They'll have a few in there. So I do know of people that go down. They don't bother with the tour, but I think they do have to still buy a ticket from the tour. Just to interrupt very quickly. Villainous Bounty's put a question in Stackers Social, which I just want to address because I wanted to bring this up tonight anyway to everybody who's involved with Secret Santa. I've had a couple of people contact me because we've not had emails yet. That's not a problem at all. What I've done is I've held the emails back, and I've done that on purpose because last year we did have a couple of people that did draw their names a little bit too early, and it's very tempting. And to all the new people doing it, the second you press that button, you can't go back. It's done. And what I wanted to make sure is that everybody who wanted to take part was in the pot of names before we draw them, because if you draw names before everyone's in there, you don't get a chance to draw in that person, etc., etc. So I've held back on the emails, but tomorrow, at some point tomorrow, you're going to be getting, if you sent me an email for the Secret Santa, you're going to be getting an email back letting you know how to put your address into the profile. It's basically the only thing you have to do is go into your profile, pop your address in there, and then draw the name on Monday. So yeah, you'll get your email tomorrow, and then any time on Monday, as soon as you wake up, at 1 minute past midnight, if you want, draw your names on Monday. But yeah, I've held them back on this one. So great question by Villainous, and as I say, if anyone was wondering, don't worry, you'll get your email regarding the Secret Santa tomorrow. But yeah, sorry mate, I just wanted to discuss that quickly because same as say, I did say the emails were going to come out a little bit sooner, but I felt it best not to let people have the opportunity to, because it is so tempting. It is really, really tempting. Nerd's super excited. Nerd has been well excited about Secret Santa coming up. Wish list too. Okay, so yeah, the wish list. It's more just a bit of fun. The wish list is if it's the same as last year, there'll be a wish list selection of things directly through the website. They're kind of like Temu items, and some of them are really, really funny. There's like some adult items in there, and last year we had a lot of fun adding items to our wish list, but it's just as a joke. People go out and find the weirdest, maddest item and put it in the wish list. The item is a 1 ounce of pure silver, and you can include a gag gift if you want, and things like poker chips and stickers and bundle items as well, anything like that. But the main gift has to be 1 ounce of silver. The wish list, that's just a laugh. You'll see what I mean when you get your profile tomorrow. But yeah, that's just a bit of fun there on the wish list access, mate. So yeah, going back to the Royal Mint. I mean, yeah, I think. That's the tour that you do. It's definitely worth doing it at least one time if you've never done it. I do recommend it, especially if you're interested in coin collecting and you're interested in that kind of thing. But there is another option of the tour, isn't there? And have you done the VIP tour yet?
Yeah, I did the VIP tour probably about I want to say 2.5 years, nearly 3 years ago now. You pay a bit more. I think you pay £100.
Okay, so
£99, I think, something around that. Yeah,
it's £13.50 for the standard, isn't it?
£13.50 for the standard. That does come with a strike your own. It comes with a lunch as well. Yeah. And in all honesty, it is a big step up compared to the 45-minute tour. It's much better, in my opinion, because you do everything the £13.50 tour does, but you actually, I can't remember the route that you take, but they basically take you through a metal detector, like a metal scanner with a security, and then you literally just go through and you go see and speak to those designing upcoming coins and things. You get basically like, they show you like different pieces, different dies. You get to talk to them about loads of different things. So they do, yeah.
When you say the designers are there, does that include Jodie Clark?
I didn't see Jodie Clark.
Good, because I don't want to meet Jodie Clark at this point. I think he Jodie Clark, the guy, the male that is Jodie Clark, I think will punch me whenever he sees me, because I always get mixed up and I always call Jodie Clark I always say her. Because I don't know why, I've always associated Jodie Clark as being a woman, and because I made that association before finding out that Jody Clark is actually a guy. I still to this day will slip up on videos, and people pull me up all the time. Griff Coin Noob, he's a great one for pulling me up on that. But yeah, I hope it's if when I do the VIP tour, I hope it's David Lawrence or one of the other designers instead.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, you go across and it's nothing how I expected the Royal Mint to be. You expect like the Royal Mint. I mean, they're clearly like they're going to be sort of wealthy but it's very much like a factory as you would have seen on the tour. So when you go across and you meet them and speak to them, it's really it's really incredible sort of how they create designs, how it has to be perfect. Their
Yeah,
designs are really nice. They are really good. A lot of effort and everything goes into it. And seeing that come from just a blank up to the point of when they're releasing it, it's a really interesting thing to see, even if you're not interested in coins. I mean, at the time, I took my partner along. She's got no interest in coins. And by the end of it, she was fascinated with it. I mean, you see loads of different things that you will not see on the usual tour. And I think from going, if you do the VIP tour first and then you go to the £13.50 tour, it's you. I think it's like I wouldn't do the £13.50 tour
yeah.
again. I think I'd do the VIP tour again.
It'd be a bit
Um,
disappointing to do that one after the VIP, wouldn't it? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was a little disappointed in terms of what you got to see, just comparing it because it was so great the first time, and you were so well looked after. I think you go around. I think there was about six of us,
Yeah.
and you get one person that takes you round, and it's much more personal. They are a little bit more, I find, knowledgeable,
Yeah.
and you can ask questions that perhaps the tour guys on the cheaper alternative of the tour may not know the questions to. You can actually ask those that create the dies and everything, and they actually show you. I mean, when you go out onto the factory floor, someone tapped me on the shoulder and they said, "Come here and have a look at the coins we're doing," and no one else got the opportunity. So it's things like that that really made it
Yeah.
really VIP, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it's a great tour. If you are thinking about doing it, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I think me and Coin Noob are going to do it next year because I can't remember if he's already done the VIP tour or if if he's not done it yet. But we did say that we were going to look to go to start the VIP tour up again because you can't go at this time of year, can you? Once we do the Xmas tour, they stop the VIP tour for a while, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and I think that they are quite difficult at times to get on. I don't
Yeah.
think they do them all the time. I think they do them, as you say, certain times of the year, and I don't think they happen very often. Perhaps weekly, but I have no idea. I've not looked in so long. I remember the
Yeah.
last time I booked on, it was a last minute thing, and there was just an opening.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I do believe it's one that you've got to. You definitely have to wait longer to get on rather than the standard tours because they're pretty easy to get on. You could probably get on one for next week, couldn't you? You know what I mean? Obviously, some of the times would be booked up, but you'd probably still find one or two available slots still. But yeah, going back to the Strike Your Owns on the VIP tour, then you say that's included in the price of the tour, yeah. I've heard you've got a choice of different coins on the VIP. Is that correct?
It No,
Okay.
is the short answer. I wasn't given the option. It was very much. I think they swapped because the time I went was when the Birmingham games were on. I can't remember what games they were. It was in 2022,
Okay.
and the Commonwealth Games, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was very much this is the new Birmingham Commonwealth 2022 coins. It may have been like the first time that they were doing it. Perhaps that's why we wasn't given the option. But it was very much similar to the other tour where it was, here you go, this is what you're going to strike, how many do you want?
Right.
And then, yeah.
Okay. So. So what is it? Is it the price of you get one included in the tour, and if you want additional ones, you have to pay for those then?
I think you get one each
Okay.
because we came back with two, and I'm pretty sure if you were able to have more, I would have taken it
Yeah.
because if it was free, I would have taken it.
Yeah. No, I'm saying if you could have more, but you have to pay an additional amount for the extra
Yeah,
ones. You know what I mean? So maybe that's a
yeah.
possibility, but the great thing is you get the price of one included in that. And I agree with you, mate. I think, even if you're not necessarily an Uber coin fan, it's still an interesting day out, isn't it? It still goes through a lot of history. It goes through the fact that the mint used to be in London on Penny Lane, Tower Bridge, etc. And they let you know why it moved from London over to where it is now in Wales. And there is a lot of and especially the exhibition. Now, the exhibition is one cool thing about that is that's where you are allowed to film. So that's after you do your strike your owns. They basically release you into the exhibition, and you can film whatever you want in there. But how amazing are some of the pieces that are just sat in those cabinets?
Yeah, I mean the one thing I really like is the I think it's the Battle of Waterloo
Yeah, yeah.
list, the book.
The book. Okay. I thought you meant
The book, yeah.
yeah, because we
The,
did.
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, I was saying, yeah, the book and the things associated with that is, for me, is I mean the sovereigns there, which is going to be the Edward VII, which is really
Yeah, that's cool.
fascinating. Is the most expensive one, I think. I think there was one that sold, I don't know when, but I remember making a video after doing that tour, and I called it the £1 million sovereign.
Yeah,
So I think it's probably worth around £1 million, perhaps. And
yeah.
funnily enough, it's actually this one. This one's a fake one. This came with the case. It's actually the Edward VII one, but I've
Yeah.
just left it in there just because it's a fake one. I can compare it and make
Yeah.
videos, I suppose. But yeah, that's an interesting one. You've got the first one, haven't you? The Alfred
Alfred the Great
coin
coin.
from
That's one of my
yeah,
favourites. Yeah, and that's as soon as you
yeah.
go in. As soon as you get into the exhibition, that's on the right hand side. There's a video about somebody hammering a coin and showing you how it used to be done. And right there, just next to that, on its own in this glass cabinet, is the coin from Alfred the Great, which I think that on its own is incredible. I mean, what's that 1400 years ago?
Yeah, I mean they say, don't they? Is it 886 roundabouts? Is that the date of the coin? Something around that anyway.
That's
But I mean,
yeah, that's around when Alfred the Great was coronated the king of England, and then I think he was king until 899. So yeah, I mean it goes to show it's so long ago. It's over 1,000 years.
yeah,
That's insane, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, I don't even know where the world was really during that time. I mean, it's much before like first universities were created. You think about all the countries that exist now, the land borders that have changed,
Oh
the
God,
way
yeah.
civilization has come on since then. It's the one thing that's interesting, I suppose, about coins and things like that is the history behind it. If only they could talk, it'd be
Oh God,
fascinating.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's really they've got some really incredible pieces, and I think if you haven't gone, it's a nice day out. Even if you're not interested, or if you want to take the family with coins, I guarantee they'll probably be the ones that will be most fascinated by the end of the tour, and they'll probably be going on about it after as well. I think anyway.
I
So
agree with that.
um,
Yeah, I agree. Because coin collectors will probably know at least a percentage of the stuff that get told on the tour. But if you're going in completely fresh, that is probably the people who are going to get more wowed about the stuff you see there.
yeah, definitely. I think it's that going into something and then coming out at the end of it and learning all these facts and everything put to you in quite a simple and easy to understand way, and seeing the start to finish and the history, I think it's got a wide appeal, hasn't it, the way they do the tour, which is nice. But I think once you've kind of done it once you know all that information, or
Yeah.
you regularly do it, you're kind of eagerly awaiting the strike your own. I mean, I
Yes.
was,
Yeah, I
because
was.
it was
Yeah.
the same script, I think. So I was keen on seeing the strike your own, but that's how I felt anyway. But it's a good tour. It's definitely a really good one to go on.
I was exactly the same. If I could have gone, I'd have gone straight through to the strike your own. But that's just because like you said, it's the same. It's the same tour. So if you do it multiple times, you're going to hear the same information multiple times, and that's not taken away from the tour. Because, like you say, if you haven't done it before, it's a fantastic tour. Loads of great stuff you'll be able to see. Some fantastic coins. There's definitely some coins there you'll never see the likes of ever again, such as the Edward VIII sovereign. The Alfred the Great coin, that's going to be very rare. And like you were saying, like just for history of and how things have changed. When that coin was minted for Alfred the Great, London wasn't even our capital city. The capital was Winchester. So it just goes to show just how much has changed, like since that point in history. England wasn't even a country. Alfred the Great is he's famous for being the king that started putting England together. He was never the King of England, unfortunately. Alfred the Great wasn't. It was his grandson, Ethelstan, who became the first ever King of England after he beat a coalition army at the Battle of Bunbury. And for a short period of time until he died, he was actually the King of the United England. And that period of history, it's something that I'm really, really I love. I'm really into it because it shows that the UK is a melting pot of all these different cultures that came in. You had the Britain Roman, or the Romany Britons, and then when the Roman Empire collapsed, so did the Romany Britons, and they were invaded by the Saxons, the Angles, and the Jutes. They established themselves in the UK. They created Wessex, Mercia, Northumbria, Essex, East Anglia, etc. And then it's kind of like history repeats itself, because a few hundred years later, you get the Danish or Scandinavian invasion of Britain, and Saxony is so close to Denmark, and Juteland, where the Jutes came from at the same time as the Angles and Saxons, is actually part of Denmark. So it really was like history repeating itself. But just being able to see, a coin from that period of history. The Angles, Davini's put the Angles question mark. The Angles were they were a Germanic tribe. So they came from a very, very similar kind of geographical location as the Saxons. I think they were a bit west of the Saxons. So then it's Saxony. It's still Saxony today. So the area of Germany that is Saxony is where the where the Saxon invaders came from. And just being able to go and see coins that were produced at that time in history that are still around to this day. It's incredible to me. It really is. So, like you say, mate, if people haven't done the tour, it's highly recommend doing it. And just be wary about it. If you've done it once, you're going to pretty much go through the same thing if you go multiple times. But yeah, no. And like you say, mate, it was great. It was great to meet you personally, and Nerd as well. We were a little worried Nerd wasn't going to make it, weren't we?
Yeah. We were calling. Well, I say we. It was yourself. We were calling Nerd out to figure out who he was.
Yes, yeah. I was sat there just going, Nerd. No, nobody turned around. And then as soon as he walked in, I knew him. I could recognise him straight away because he'd put a photo in Stacker's social, and I was like, oh, that's Nerd, and kind of beckoned him over, didn't we?
Yeah, I think you can so if you book the tour, I think even if you arrive late, I think they'll still let you in.
Yeah.
You've just got to catch up, haven't you? You've got
Yes.
to basically find them.
Because we had two people, didn't we? We had Nerd joined us when we were just about to go outside to the steam engines, etc.
Yes.
And then there was the American who got shouted at. Can you remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He came in late, and because he came in late, the tour guide had forgotten to go through the security things with him, and yeah, he was trying to film the Strike Your Own, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I couldn't really. I mean, I was confused by that because the Royal Mint have videos on YouTube of showing the Strike Your Own machine. It confused me. I didn't really know why she kind of came down on him, because she came down on him hard, wasn't it? It was like, show me the phone, delete it now.
Yeah, I need to see you deleting it off your phone. Yeah, it was it was insane. It was like she was not that. She nearly. Did you notice when we a little bit before Nerd came in? She nearly had to go at me. Did you notice that?
No. Why? What'd you do?
So she was going through the tour, and she got she was saying what we were going to do, and she said that shortly we'll go onto the factory floor. You'll need to leave all your stuff and your coat before we go onto the factory floor, didn't she? So I'm thinking,
Yes.
right, I've got my my mobile's in my phone pocket. what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put everything in my jacket pocket right now. So all I have to do, take my jacket off, hang it up, I'm done. So I took my phone out of my jean pocket, literally just took it out of my jean pocket and then went to put it in my inside jacket pocket. And as I was doing it, she just completely stopped talking. And I could see her look at me, and then she saw that I wasn't doing anything with my phone and put it in my pocket, and she carried on again. I was like, wow.
Yes.
But
I remember.
Yeah, but like you say, especially with a strike your own, I can't. It seems a bit weird to me. I don't know why they don't let people film that either.
No, I mean, it's not like that we don't know what it looks like or anything, because you can literally type in the Royal Mint, strike your own. You will see a video of people at the Royal Mint showing how a strike your own coin machine works, and it was bizarre to me. It was but hey ho, that's what the Royal Mint want to do. So,
and to be honest with you, mate, the only part of the tour that I could see has any validity to you not being able to film on it would be the factory floor. I can't see an issue with anything else.
no, I don't think so. Because I'll agree with you. Because it's you go through, don't you? And there's nothing. I mean, they show you the old machines before you go in, where we met Nerd when Nerd came.
Yeah.
And then you then go through. You hand your stuff in. You're on the factory floor, and then you're on through the strike your own, and then aren't you through to the exhibition? Oh no, there was that bit beforehand, wasn't there?
So when you go, where the how you make a coin, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really understand that either. It's not real top secret news, really.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I think it's information that any people that create coins know how to take blanks out of a sheet of metal, and but it was bizarre to me, but I agree with you.
Yeah, and she made a couple of faux pas in that room. I had to bite my lip when she called it Sherlock Holmes 50p when it's the Arthur Conan Doyle 50p, and the other one was she said that they put reading on the coins to protect the edges, which is just nonsense, really. I mean, I don't, if you hit a coin on the side and it's got a reeded edge, it's still going to damage it. It's still going to damage the reading, isn't it? And I think we all pretty much know that reading started as a counter clipping measure, and was there to stop people clipping bits off the side of the coin, because it's a lot more noticeable when you've got those ridges. So I was a bit like, just bite my teeth, just bite my lip. You don't need to be Captain Pedantic tonight, but
Yeah.
God, it was.
Sorry, I was going to say. So now, when it comes to the ridges on the edge of them, is it more of like a novelty thing?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah, it's more of a vestige, and it looks good. You know what I mean? I don't like a plain rim coin. I've got a few. The Philharmonic, I think, is a plain rim coin, and I don't like them. It always does look nicer when it's got those that rigid edge to it. But it's basically just a vestige from when coins used to be clipped from the edges, which was a big thing. Back in the day, you could make yourself a tidy little profit just by clipping a little bit off of each coin and passing it on.
Yeah.
A lot of traders at the time, they used to have scales, and they'd weigh your coins. And if
they would.
Yeah, if it was too low, they wouldn't accept it, because obviously, back then, money had real value. It had real intrinsic value, and it was valued based on the actual metal it was made from. So it made a big difference back then. Like you say, a lot of good information there, and it, like we've said, it is definitely worthwhile doing. And if you are going down to the Royal Mint, why not do what I did and just pop in to see the guys over at Cardiff Gold on your way down there, because it's only about it's a 30-minute drive away. And I had a lot of fun with Dan. We had a bit of an interview, which I'm going to be getting up on the channel soon. I'm still editing that, but we'll be putting it up. But you've had some good times with the guys down at Cardiff Gold, haven't you? You've had some fantastic videos on your channel from it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's always a pleasure to go see him, because the guys, the staff down at Cardiff Gold, Dad, they're all really, really friendly people, really welcoming. Even if you have no idea with gold or silver or anything, they will kind of make you feel quite at home at Cardiff Gold. So it's where I buy my gold now. So I don't really buy from anywhere else. It's nice to go into a shop and buy your gold, I suppose.
Yeah.
With everything online now, it's so easy just to order stuff online, and there's not that many bullion dealers shops nearby to everyone that you might just pop in and go see. I'm If you're in the south, it's not too bad, I don't think, because you've got, I mean, if you're along the M4 corridor,
Yeah.
you've of course got London, so you've got loads in London. I'm There is going to be something, and this is going to be a Stack Chat little sneak peek,
Ooh,
but
here we
I
go.
will be going to Tavex Bullion.
Wow.
So look out for that. There might be a video.
Have you been there yet before?
Yeah, so, but I mean, if depending on where you are, because everyone lives everywhere, you're not necessarily going to have a bullion dealer close to you. So those at Cardiff Gold, they're great to talk to, they're great to speak to, and I enjoy going down and shooting a video. And yeah, we've made a couple of good ones. Dan's very easy to do a video with, I suppose. So
He is,
yeah, it's always great to see him.
Yeah, no, it is, and like you say, they're just fun to deal with, aren't they? They're a great bunch of people. I've never met Tash yet. She's just not been in when I've gone down to see them, unfortunately. But yeah, the rest of the team that I have met are all fantastic people. They really are, and I had a lot of fun down there. Shall we? Before I forget, let's show everyone what we're dealing with tonight for the Stack Chat swag pack. And
Yes.
at least you got to play with the gold, Josh says GSH. GSH, while I go through these bits that we're going to be giving away, let me know, are you going to be sticking around for 5-10 minutes? Because if you are, I'll do a certain something while we've got you in the chat, buddy. But, that being said, that's the wrong one. Which one where am I going? There we go. Right, the Stat Chat swag pack tonight has got, speaking of GSH, we've got a beautiful little aluminium Spider-Man paw that GSH has made himself. We've got a one crown which Blistering Barnacles Adventures sent across. That looks like it's the Queen Mother's 80th birthday crown right there. If I can get it to focus. Come on, there we go. I think that's the best we're going to get. But yeah, you've got the Queen Mother's birthday crown right there, as sent across by Tech the Coin Hunter. You've got the Charles Dickens £2 coin. You've got the Arthur Conan Doyle 50p. You've got courtesy of Jamie Frost over in Japan. You've got a circa 1700s Japanese 1-mon samurai coin. You've got a Tech the Coin Hunter bottle opener. You've got a Cardiff Gold pen. There's a Stackers Social Business card, a Gordy's Gold and Silver sticker, a Cardiff Gold sticker, a Tech the Coin Hunter magnet. There's a Silver Punk sticker. There's a Stack Collector sticker, of course. A Stackers Social sticker. You've got a Blistering Barnacles Adventures poker chip, a Cardiff Gold poker chip, and a Stackers Social poker chip. You've also got coin-wise, I've popped it in a 1914, so that's Edward the 7th old penny right there. You've got a 1960 florin, or 2 shilling piece, 2 bob, whatever you want to call it. You've got a St Paul's Cathedral, celebrating the end of the Second World War. I think it's 60 years since the end of the Second World War, this one. You've also got a Christopher Ironside 50p right there. And of course, because we have to include at least a little bit of silver, you've got a 1 gram custom Backyard Bullion bartering chip. These aren't the TSC ones, these are the standard Backyard Bullion ones. I'm hopefully going to get some more TSC ones in the new year, but for now that's the little bundle right there. So thank you very much, guys. Cobra, that is incredibly generous of you. I've just seen Cobra's just put a £10 super chat in there, so thank you so very much, Cobra. I really do appreciate that. Okay, right, yeah. GSH said yes. He's going to be staying for 15 minutes. So, if you don't mind, buddy, I've got a little bit of an unboxing to do. And I thought,
Yes, mate.
thought we'd go a little bit different tonight. I thought I'd try a different knife to open it. So I've got what I like to call my dragon claw right here, which is massively. No, it's overkill, isn't it, for what I need? But why not? Why not? So let's have a look. Now this thing is normally pretty sharp. So yeah, there you go. I'll be careful with this one because it's a bit sharper than my usual knives. Here's the okay. Oh no, there we go. There we go, and finally, I've gone quiet because I'm concentrating. I don't want to cut my finger off, so I'm going to pop that down now. There we go. I've got no idea what's in this. I didn't even know where it had come from, except for GSH. He messaged me today asking if it had arrived, and it arrived this morning, and I've been pondering to myself all day at work, where has it come from? But without any further delay, let's pop this open and see what is sent across. And right here we have a note, and this reads, Mr. Stack, a few goodies for you, a payment for the monster bag of cans. Thank you. Welcome to Squashed Head Duck, or what's Mohican Duck, Copper Duck, or Policeman Duck, or PC Duck, as my wife wants to call it. Oh, this is sounding fantastic. And the Firestone that Mrs. GSH did not want it, and the sent at did not go through her quality control measures, but had to be sent as well for the first attempt. Fat Duck, who could also be called Duck with two chins. Love it. I love it, GSH. Double chin duck. He ain't heavy. He's my duck. And so on and so forth. Anyway, for enough of the silliness. There's never enough of the silliness, mate. Hope you like from GSH. P.S. All ducks casted by Mrs. GSH. Sorry, any errors contained are hers alone. Oh, fair enough. Throwing your missus under the bridge there, GSH. I love it. But just from that letter, I'm getting really, really excited. Is it tomorrow? Is it 1st December tomorrow? Oh, well, thanks for reminding me, Courtney. I would have, might have missed that. So just make sure there's no, that's just a bit of packaging. So let's start off with this one. And we've got a few in here, haven't we? But we'll see if we can guess who's who. But GS says, mate, this is incredible. Thank you so very much. So, oh, wow, just look at this. This is fantastic. Got a little copper duck right there. I'm not sure which one that's supposed to be. Maybe it's fat duck. I'm not sure. It's definitely not Mohican duck. We'll have a look at this one next. Let's have a quick look here. Oh, Copper Grogu. Oh, GSH, you are literally the best. It looks like it has Divinia. Christmas has come early. This is fantastic, and like GSH said, the bag's full of Monster. I was saving my cans of Monsters, and I had literally 3 bin liner bags full of aluminium cans, and I'd said to GSH if he wanted them, and he said he would. So I sorted them out for him, and he's gone ahead and done this for me, which is absolutely fantastic. Now I think this one is Mohican duck or squashed head duck, but still absolutely fantastic. These are GSH, mate. They really are. So we've got one more. I'm guessing this last one will be the PC duck, which means that one is fine because he is quite chunky, isn't he? Look, he looks a bit chunky. So let's get this one out. Just having to brute through them. And oh no. That's got to be PC duck. That's got to be policeman duck, because without a shadow of a doubt, that right there is fat duck, aka two chin duck. And I love him. I think he's my favourite. But look at that MacDonald Bullion. What do you think to that right there?
I think he's the best one.
I think he is, isn't he? He really is so funny. It's like he was a cake or something. He's been took out of the oven too early, and he's just compressed it on himself. Jabba the duck, says Divinia. Jabba the duck. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. It really is. Oh, I'm gonna have to make some room on the backdrop. Let me just let me get my swords out of the way, and we'll pop it back on there. I'm knocking my camera, but we'll get them on the back right there. And that is fantastic. It really is, mate. So I can't thank you enough for that GSH. I had no idea you were sending those across, and you've really made my day with that. You really have, mate. Well, fantastic. Fantastic. GSH. I did originally call him Jab of a Dork, as was the first one done. Oh well, fantastic. It really it works for him, doesn't it? Jab of a Dork.
Yeah, it's very well done.
Yeah.
He's definitely the best one. He's my favourite anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think GSH is is pouring alone. Is getting loads better. I think you can see you're getting some practice in there, mate. Because yeah, the stuff that you're knocking out at the moment is fantastic. It really is. Jumping says that GSH gifted him a piece. He's waiting for it, and we'll be doing a video on it. Well, I can't wait to see that Jumping. I really can't. I really can't. And yeah, fantastic work. Like Vinny says, fantastic work to both GSH and Mrs. GSH right there. That has brought a huge smile to my face. That one has. So yeah, thank you again. What a lovely surprise that was. But yeah, thanks for bearing with me there for that one, MacDonald Bullion. Also, we've got a little bit later on. I've got a video to show everyone that I've been sent by a great fan of the channel, Jamie from over in Japan. So we'll do that after the duck race. But yeah, I've got that to look forward to a little later on. But we'll do the duck race in about an hour and 10 minutes time at the usual time of 9 o'clock. Yeah, Vinny said he can't wait to say what GSH has sent him. And yeah, no, it looks like GSH has been a very busy chap, and he's been producing a lot of stuff for the community, which it sounds brilliant. That does GSH, mate. Well done to you, buddy. Oh, I've got gas from my monster. Do apologise about that, guys. So, right, going back to what you were saying earlier about with the YouTube channel. Are you going to be looking to produce more videos going forwards, or is it just a case of, as and when you can put them out? Because I'm going to be honest with you, other than doing these stat charts every week, I'm for the next few months at least, I'm going to be doing videos as and when I can. I'm not going to be sticking to a schedule. It can get too difficult, can't it, if you try and stick to a schedule?
Yeah, definitely. It can be difficult to create new ideas, I suppose. There's only so much you can talk about gold and silver, and I think over time you kind of reach a bit of a wall with it. I mean, I did it more so when I first started, because I was a complete newbie when I started in January. It's got to be about 3 years ago now when I created it, and it was more so to document it, and I had such fun in creating videos and everything because it really didn't take much effort. Most of them were shorts anyway, and they're terrible. I can't watch any of them, but
I'm like that.
Yeah, I can't watch really much of it because I hate watching myself on videos. It's really strange, but
yeah, I just very quickly, when I started my channel, my neighbour would watch my videos, and she turned around to me and said, "Oh, you love the sound of your own voice, you do." And I said to her, "Nobody likes the sound of your own voice. It's horrible. Have you ever recorded yourself and heard yourself back? You don't sound anything like you think you do. You know what I mean?" So yeah, I get you there, mate. I know what it's like. Even to this day now, I'll watch some of my videos back and I'm like, "Oh my god, that just sounds awful." But yeah, I do get where you're coming from there, mate.
yeah, definitely, and it can be quite difficult to sort of come up with new ideas and everything. So I think sort of going on forward with the channel for next year, I am going to be stacking less silver and more gold. I think you'll find in the videos that I make, I'm going to steer more towards gold and sovereigns and gold Britannias more so. And I will be doing more videos type, interviewee type videos going around as well. So you may expect more from going to Cardiff Gold, perhaps. Maybe something is in line with Tavex Bullion, potentially. I might be heading down there. And also, I think a lot of it's just kind of always trying to think of something new and stuff. It's the creativity I think I enjoy with it. So when I first started, I wanted to do something creative. I wanted to do something that was part of my hobby. And before this as well, I had another channel, but it took so much editing. I hate editing.
Yeah.
And because in all my videos, most of it's edited out because I make so many mistakes, and it's a little bit easier to do it now compared to back then. But I
Yeah.
think I create short videos. So I think going forward, I'll create a little bit longer and hopefully something a little bit different. But we'll see. We'll see.
Cool.
It can be hard, can't it? When it
Can.
comes to editing and creating,
Well,
it can be very time consuming.
I mean, with very, very quickly before I answer that, BB's just put in the Stack Chat Interact his analytics, and I can see from it he's actually 12 subscribers away from 3,000 subscribers. So, is there anybody
Wow.
out there in the chat tonight who can nip on over very quickly and give BBA a quick sub? Because it would be fantastic if we could see him hit 3,000 tonight, wouldn't it, mate?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's so supportive of,
He is.
you
No, he
know,
really
the
is.
community channels and everything. He's probably the first one that sort of pops up, and it's always great to see him. He's a great guy. So I don't know how to stick his channel up on the chat.
Oh, BBA, he'll do that himself. BBA, put
Ah,
link your own channel for us, mate, and I'll pin it in there. Sorry, I've just pressed the wrong button. There we go. Not that one. That is it. Should be that one. Okay. Yes. Oh no. Hold on. Yeah. What have I done here? Right. Okay. I've forgotten my. I forgot my. What I'm doing there. There we go. Right, okay, brilliant. I've got it. And the reason I've done this is because, as you can see right here, MacDonald Bullion was saying he does a lot for the community. But if you have a quick peek in the corner, it looks. I don't know if that's his channel's been shared 2,000 times or if he's shared channels 2,000 times. But I can only imagine that he's shared more than 2,000 different videos, you know what I mean, for different people, because he's fantastic at that. Let's have a look. Oh, he's put it. So you got it in Stack Chat Interact right there as well. He's put it in the live chat, so I'm going to pin that right there. There you go, BB. Thank you, mate. And right, let's get MacDonald Bullion back on. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. So what would I? Did I even assign? I don't think I did assign you a hotkey. That's why I can't find it. I've started using hotkeys since last week, and I've been getting myself all confused with it. But I'll get there. I'll get there with it. Right. So yes, you were saying about the editing, etc. And we were talking about this, weren't we? Because I'm actually the opposite to you, aren't I? And whereas you enjoy the videoing part, but you don't necessarily enjoy the editing part. It's the editing that I really enjoy, and I really struggle. With the videoing, as soon as I press record on my camera, I sit there like, what do I say? What am I doing? And I can really struggle with the videoing side, and I really enjoy the technical side of sitting there down and editing different content. So I'm a little bit different to you there, a little bit opposite. But other than that, I completely agree with what you're saying. You know, it can be very difficult to come up with new ideas, especially when you look at things like. Most of the videos have probably been done already, by other creators. And I've always tried to avoid doing a video on something that somebody else has done. But I think sometimes, there's certain kind of videos that are just staple videos. It's like how to test your silver at home, and the best places to buy silver, and stuff like that. I think it's okay to do that kind of video if it's been done by somebody else before, because you're putting your own take on it, you're putting your own spin on it, and it'll probably
yeah.
be different information to what the other person's done anyway. But I'm definitely like getting like that, mate, where I'd rather spend longer producing a video and it be a better video rather than just trying to get one out every Tuesday, try and get one out every Friday, forcing myself to do a video to meet that upload schedule, and maybe videos feeling a bit forced and not being quite as good as they could be. I definitely will be, I'll keep doing the coin reviews videos. I've not done a coin review in some time, so I'll get some of those up on the channel. But recently I've definitely been enjoying doing like different kinds of videos where I've done like the how to clean your copper at home video, which was me coming away from the setup and actually getting into my garage and trying different things out there. So yeah, I'm very much with you there, mate. Whereas you might get one video a week. You might be one video every 2 weeks. I'll definitely keep doing the live chats every single week, even if it's not with a guest. Sometimes it'll just be on my own, me on my own. But they can be a lot of fun as well. Davinia says I saw that video, TSC. Oh, thank you very much, Davinia. It was quite an interesting video. I had some chemicals in my garage. It's for cleaning concrete. And I had some copper I needed to clean, and I thought to myself, I'll check that out, see what it's made of, and see if it's any good. And I looked at the back of it, and it's a 15% hydrochloric acid formula. And I know and I know hydrochloric acid is used in the metal industry. I mean, a lot of the times we'll use it for refining metal when when they get 95 silver or 500 silver, whatever it is, and we'll put it in hydrochloric acid and it'll dissolve it completely. So it looks like all your silver's disappeared. And then they mix it in with salt and there's other processes to it, but basically mix it in with salt and then put it in the crucible and reforge it, and what you're left with is pure, a much more pure silver than what you started off with. But that first part of the process where you've got to dissolve all your metal in acid, it just terrifies me because it's like it's gone, it's completely gone. But obviously you can get it back unless you did something silly like spill the hydraulic acid. You'd lose all your silver that way. But yeah, when I saw it was a low percentage of hydrochloric acid, like 15%, I thought, I think that would be pretty good, and it did. It worked really well. I soaked the copper in it. It took all the dirt off it. There was some copper with paint on it. It didn't get rid of the paint straight away, but what I did notice is it after it'd been soaked for a little while, it was no effort at all just to wipe it off, and you could get it really, really nicely back. So really handy tip there if anyone scraps copper, because you do get different grades of copper. If it's dirty copper, you're going to get a lower grade, which means you'll get a slightly lower price for it. So it might be worthwhile doing something like that, then taking it to the scrapyard and try and get that grade A status on your copper. But yeah, I had a lot of fun filming that video. Likewise with the real life duck race that I did a bit earlier on in the year. I had a lot of fun with that as well. So I'm actually looking at ways where I can try and get out, a bit like yourself, mate, but where I can get out and do different types of videos, doing different types of things. I've said it since I started the channel, and I really want to do a car boot where I'm hunting for not necessarily coins, but bits of silver, like maybe an old silver spoon or something like that you can pick up for a steal. The main reason I've not done that is it's these that stop me, because I do the starter chart on a Saturday night. Normally finish somewhere between 10 and 11. I'm one of those people where I can't just go straight to bed. I have to have a couple of hours unwinding in front of the telly. So then you're looking about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. If you don't get to the car boot early enough, there's no point in going, is it? Because everything's gone. So at the moment, I'm struggling to actually drag myself up out of bed on a Saturday morning in time to get to a car boot. But it's something I want to do. I have said I wanted to do it from the very beginning of the channel. I noticed BBA found a little car boot at the Vale pub car park, and BBA, I never knew that they did that there, and that was really interesting seeing that on your I think it was your video today. And yeah, I love car boots. Have you ever been or done much car booting?
Oh, years ago, and I've always been meaning to go back, probably similar to just to have a little browse. I mean, there is going to be a lot of junk, isn't there? But I mean, you can get some really good, cheap stuff that people just want to get rid of.
Yeah, you can, and especially with people like me, where doesn't necessarily have to be silver. It might be an old penny that I haven't got yet for the date run, or something like that. You know what I mean. There might be a collectible coin that you can pick up for next to nothing. I'd definitely be careful if anyone was thinking of having buying silver or precious metals from a car boot. Definitely be very careful and maybe take a ping tester or a magnet with you. But a lot of the times it can be. It can be really really advantageous to have a good ruffle round and see what you can find. GS8 says he tried the cleaner and not worried about it now, as some bounced up into my face. A little tingle but no burns. I found that too, mate. I got a bit on me, and it's one of those, like, if you wash it off quickly enough, because it's only 15%. If you wash it off quickly enough, it's okay. And I got some in my exactly same thing that happened to you, mate. I had a bit splashback and it went in my mouth. It tasted really zesty. It wasn't a bad taste. So don't go consuming hydrochloric acid. Please do not do that. But I did get a bit of splashback in my mouth. Face mask, I could have given it. I've got a face mask for when I do spraying and stuff like that. But I didn't think it was really needed for that one. I would definitely not have liked to have got any in my eyes. So I definitely would say goggles were essential. I would wear gloves when you're doing it because it is an irritant. And if you get it too much of it on your skin and leave it too long, it will start to irritate your skin. But yeah, really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. I just had a mouthful myself when you said that. I nearly spat it out. I love that, GSA. Thank you, mate. And Byron, I meant to say hello to you. I saw you joined us earlier. Shine is here as well. So thank you guys. And anyone else who I have missed. As I said a bit earlier, if you've got any questions or anything regarding, what me and MacDonald Bullion have been talking about tonight, I'll probably miss it in the live chat, but if you pop it into the Stack Chat chat room, we'll go through everyone's questions, after we've finished chatting and before we do a Q&A. And these are what you... check these out very quickly. Sorry, guys. Here we go. So this is BBA. He got these, and he was able to get these for £1. This little bundle of old cast iron keys right there. How fantastic is that? £1.
Very old school. Very cool.
And for £1.
Bargain, really. Yeah.
You can't go wrong, can you? You really can't. That's what I mean about car boots. You're not going to get prices like that in other places. You know what I mean? So well done, BBA. I saw him buy them on his video earlier, so that was fantastic. And I'm BBA, mate. I'm just going to say I'm very glad you're still with us and you haven't been arrested for going equipped as of yet. So I don't know if you saw one of his videos the other day, but he had his lockpicks out.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, he was showing off his lock picking skills, and he was able to pick a bike lock, and that was really, really interesting. But you don't want to be walking around with those in your pockets because that's an offence right there. But very interesting, it really was. 365's put a little owl thing in there. What's this here? 1 second, guys. Let's have a quick look at what 365's just put in there. Wise owl on duty, it says. What's he doing? I absolutely love that. I love that 365. He's been out and about, and not only has he put a Stack of Social business card out, he's left a little cuddly toy owl there as well. So that was fantastic, 365. Thanks for popping that in there. But yeah, no, I think we've pretty much chatted about things we wanted to chat about between ourselves, haven't we? So we'll keep an eye, a better eye on the live chat going forward. So if anyone does have any questions going forward, just pop me in the live chat and we'll definitely try and pick them up. But Luke says combat boots by me are A's. Got all the market people there because council's charging too much to set up now. Oh, that's fantastic. I do know what you're saying about the council's charging quite a bit. 365's here. It's fantastic to see you, mate. Thank you very much for joining us. I've mentioned this a few times on the channel before, mate, but I don't know if you ever heard me say, but I used to do a market store every week at a car boot. And that was quite, I had a lot of fun doing it. And I used to, when I first started it, I was earning quite good money doing it. The bottom fell out a little bit. Everyone else was doing what I was doing. You'd go onto onto eBay, and I used to just look. Used to put in house clearance or just job lot, and just look for where people are just clearing out a garage, clearing out a house. I had my trailer for work, so I'd take my trailer, go and load it up, get all the stuff back to I was in a flat at the time, so I'd get it all back to my little flat, have it in my flat so I couldn't walk around everywhere, clean it all up, make it look more presentable for selling, and then I'd just take it all down to the car boot and sell it on. Some stuff I bought specifically, like I'd buy like different bits if I saw something come up at a steal, or if it was a new fad, like like the fidget spinners, that kind of thing. I might get stuff like that. But I used to have a lot of fun doing it. It was a lot of fun. So I'm with you, mate. I'm all about the car boots, and I do need to get myself down one week, but But yeah, what's you say you've not done a lot of car booting before?
No, I mean it's been years.
Yeah,
I know that they still do them quite regularly. I don't know how. I don't even know if people still go to them a lot. I
yeah.
assume they.
I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think car boots will ever stop being popular because you can just they're just so much fun. It's like treasure hunting, isn't it?
yeah,
It really is.
yeah, yeah. You could probably find like quite a lot of goodies. I mean, I'd love to go again. I just have no idea where they even do them now. I think the only times the only regular ones that I know of, usually they do it every sort of Sunday morning, don't
Yeah,
they? But
yeah.
because I've moved from where I grew up now, I have nowhere. I've no idea where they do them near me. But I'd love to go to one again, just for a browse. I don't even have to buy anything. I just
That's it.
go
Yeah.
have a little look around again.
That is it, 100%. You don't have to buy anything. It's just a lot of fun going around, walking around, and seeing what's there. If anyone ever did want to make money at a car boot, the way to make money at a car boot is to have a tea and coffee store. You will
Yes.
smash it. I used to sit there and do the maths. Now I think on the car boot I used to go to, it was £800 per day to stand with a tea and coffee shop. And you think, wow, £800, that's a ridiculous amount of money. But then you do the maths, and
Yeah.
a coffee's probably going to be £2. They've always got a queue from the start of the car boot to the end of it. They've got a queue of at least 20 people down there. And how long do you think it takes you to knock up a coffee? You know how much it costs you. You know, an urn full of water and some instant coffee like you buy from Cash and Carry. And there's so much money you can make through the food van and the tea and coffee van. Well, that's why one, you have to pay a lot of money to get that pitch, and two, it's very difficult to get a pitch doing that kind of thing because you'll normally find that there's already somebody established there, and they don't like the competition. They don't. But yeah, that's the best way to make money at a car boot. Or, of course, the very best way is to own the land. And get that entry fee off everybody, but yeah, definitely some good money to be making at car boots. 365 said thank you to everybody for the warm welcome. Mark B is here. He says hi all, everyone. Well, I hope we're well. Thank you very much, Mark, and I hope you're well too, buddy. A lot of hellos going off there, and Divinia says car boots are always way too early for me. That's my problem with them nowadays. I love them, but they are too early. Cobra has Royal Mail sorted things out. Yes, he had some problems, didn't he, with items going to the wrong place. But I think he said he's got most of them sorted out now. Jumping. Last posting day for second class is December the 18th. People, thanks for letting us know, Divinia. That's actually really helpful. That is. Yeah, got to be wary this time of year, haven't you? Cobra says yes. Everyone got. Yeah, here we go. He says yes. Everyone got their packages in the end. Bro was a pain though. I can imagine that would be Cobra, but I'm glad it got sorted out and everyone got the packages. My mate has a little chip van. He sets up a place like that. Sells nothing but cones of chips. Lol. That's it, and he smashes it. I bet he does, mate. I bet he does. I bet he absolutely smashes it. Especially something like that. If you're able to get it near to the entrance of a car boot, but you're not actually in the car boot, that you can do very, very well because you don't even have to pay as much for your standing fees. Christmas season, Royal Mint will be up to their eyes, no doubt. Yeah, absolutely. The Christmas setup will be coming out soon. I think we'll probably have a Christmas setup by the time of next Saturday's live stream. And don't forget, everybody, emails are going to be coming out tomorrow for the Secret Santa, so keep your eyes out for them. I'm gonna say, you should wait till Monday, but if you do draw it tomorrow, it's not the end of the world, because I'll make sure everybody's in the pot before I send the emails out. So, if people want to do it tomorrow, fair enough. The sarcasm is strong in this one, says Davinia Robbins. What's that? I'm not sure which one. What's that referring to, Davinia? The car boot I used to use for most was a 1 p.m. start. Oh, an afternoon car boot. I used to do a few of them. I'd go to the early morning car boot, finish that one, and then I'd go straight over to an afternoon car boot and reset the same stuff up. We have some that are on a Tuesday and a Thursday. I'll be honest with you, the best ones are always the Sunday morning ones. I've never seen like a different time do it as well as the Sunday morning ones do. But you can get different car boots that are on different days throughout the week. The car boot I used. Oh yeah, I did that one. Great idea, that Luke. She said, with the chip cones, yeah. That's what they said. Shiny Stacker. Yes, yeah, with the being up to the eyes with Royal Mail. Cobra and that was Cobra, that whatnot is absolutely mental. Lol. You did well coping with all the other night, was so fast paced. Yes, Cobra started doing a new auction on whatnot. Now I didn't realise what it was. I didn't realise it was a live auction when he put the link out. I thought it was something. I didn't know what whatnot is. I've never heard of it, and so unfortunately I kind of missed the auction because I thought it was like just a new platform he was selling through. Like I know where he's looked into Facebook before in the past. So I missed that unfortunately. So I'm really looking forward to the next one. And yeah, it sounds like there's big things happening for the Cobra auction, which is fantastic to hear. It really is. Cobra's put so much time and effort into getting his auctions and getting the incredible stock that he gets for his auctions. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the next whatnot auction, buddy. Luke says, remember the little donut stands? Oh yeah, get a dozen hot fresh donuts for £1. Don't see them much nowadays. Always used to love the smell of them too. We get. I've seen a few recently. You get a lot of them at Christmas fair markets, don't you? Like the donut shops. I used to love the donuts, but without the sugar. What about you, MacDonald Bullion? Are you a sugar on your donuts kind of guy?
I think so. I don't like the what crispy is it Krispy Kremes? Krispy Kremes?
Krispy Kremes.
When they have when they have the wet icing. I don't really like that. I prefer it to be like just a bit of sugar or something because it gets too sticky.
See, I'm okay. I'm okay with powdered sugar. Powdered sugar is fine, but it's when we put like normal sugar, like the gritty, granular kind of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a bit too much for me. It gets all over everywhere. I like the frosted donuts though from Krispy Kremes. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I really do. But no, fair enough. Kobe says going to be a massive show tomorrow night. Stat Collector is okay with it. I will put. No, of course I am, mate. Of course, absolutely. Get a link in the chat, buddy. I will be there tomorrow for sure, 100%. Shiny likes the donut too. And Jumpy says some great bargains on there. Absolutely, there always is, mate. Divinia says frosted top. I think that's meant to be yummy. She says jummy, but I think that's meant to be yummy. And I'm with Divinia. I was actually, funny enough, thinking of Krispy Kreme donuts. The other day, I nearly took a drive out to Tesco's to get a load because they do them nowadays, don't they? Krispy Kremes.
Yeah, they have them in those small cabinets in supermarkets and that now, don't they?
Yeah, I think it's only Tesco's. I think Krispy Kremes have got a dealership with Tesco's because it used to be a nightmare to get Krispy Kremes. Before they started putting me in Tesco's, I used to have to drive down the motorway to the service station because they had a Krispy Kremes there,
yep.
And that was the quickest and easiest way to get one. So I'm really happy there in Tesco's nowadays. But fair play. To each their own. The Y and J are next to each other, easy to. Yeah, that's what I thought happened. Divinia, it is like you say, it is really easy, and they are next to each other. Wise on a keyboard wise, it's a bit different. A little bit above to the left, so easy mistake to make, like you say. I do it all the time, so don't worry about that, Divinia. I knew what you meant anyway, but yeah. So if you're not really much of a donut guy, what would you get from a car boot then?
In terms of, to be honest,
you've got a £5. I've just given you a £5. We're at the car boot, and I say, here you go, Mac B. Go and get your whatever you want. And what would that be?
It's got to be chips. A cone of chips. I think someone mentioned it before. It's got to be a cone of chips.
Yeah, for me, it's a burger. I call them
Yeah.
rat burgers whenever I get them from a burger stand. But yeah, I do I do like a rat burger, and then a cup of coffee as well to go with it. That would be me. But cone and chips, good call, good call. Who was it that sent? Was it GSH? Was it you that sent when we sent their poker chip? They wrapped it up in a cone of newspaper because cone of chips, but they were poker chips. I thought that was really really funny touch. That was. I'm sure it was GSH. I'm sure it was GSH. But yeah, he rolled up some newspaper into a cone and then put some poker chips in there that I sent across. Big cheeseburger with fried onions for Shiny Stacker. Young since I had a donut, says Davinier. It's been a bit of a while for me. I can go with jumping here actually. Hot dogs. I do like a hot dog every now and again. I do. And then shut up, lol. You making me hungry, says Davinier. I'm making myself hungry. I've not eaten anything yet today, so yeah. Perhaps we should move on. Chat about something else. What's happening tomorrow night? Says GC Stacks. It is a Cobra auction at the over on the whatnot. So I think Cobra's good. Here he is. I was going to say I think Cobra's about to put a link in there, so we'll pin that one now. Replace pin message. But if you did want BBA's link, it's in the Stat Chat interact room still. So just pop over there for the BBA link. Silver Stag is hungry as well. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. And then Jumping says Dragon theme TikTok tomorrow at 1 p.m. Bring your own food. There you go. Well, I hope I can make it. Jumping. I hope I can make it. I'm sometimes busy on a Sunday, but if I can make it, I will definitely be there. And that's funny actually. I'm going to be doing a dragon themed video soon. Just basically going through everything I own that's silver and got a dragon on it. I'm like Jumping in silver. I'm sure most people will be aware. I'm a big fan of dragons. And that kind of basically mythological creatures in general, but especially dragons. So really looking forward to seeing if I get a chance to jump in tomorrow, mate. This is going to be massive. I have been entering all my inventory into it. It's taken 2 days. Still doing it now. Says Cobra. I can imagine it's taken Cobra an age to get all his inventory set up. But when you've done it, mate, it's going to be done. And like you say, it's going to be massive. Big things ahead. So yeah, great work to you there on that one, Cobra. Do you want to do the comments for a bit, mate?
Yeah, let's have a little look.
I'm on shiny. Cobra can look to see. I think it's about 4 from the bottom.
Yeah, so I've got it. Yeah, so Cobra can look to see what you have going on while it's live, mate. Shiny Stacker. That's going to be for the whatnot, and I don't know a whole great deal about whatnot.
No,
I think Cobra's doing his auction on there. He is still doing the YouTube one.
Yes.
But,
I should have mentioned that. Thank you.
Yeah. I didn't know he was doing one tomorrow as well. So if you have not seen it and you want to check it out, I think it's linked. It's there.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, MacDonald Bullion, because I've only just asked you to do that. But I've just thought to myself, while we're speaking about food, I've got a little video I've got to show everybody, and I think it's a fitting time to do it. What do you reckon?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, awesome. So you may be aware, if you've been keeping an eye on Saka Social, that Jamie put a little bit of a video in there. It was a bit of a tease because he only put one in Stacker Social, so he sent me the rest of the video, and I've put it together as one video, and we'll have a quick look at that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute you and me off in a moment, and I'll play that video, and we can all be probably a little bit grossed out about Jamie's Japanese food. But without any further delay, here we go.
Hey Stack Chatters, how you going? Welcome to my local take it away store, Otomoto. Alright, today is a Gyu Sukiyaki Don, so beef and vegetables with the magic recipe, which I will be showing you later. Please stay tuned for the follow-up video. I'm hungry. Catch you later. Bye. Guys, here it is. Just sitting in the car now. Alright, show you how to eat it. Can't do it with one hand, so I have to do it with 2 hands. So please bear with me. Alright, so knock knock. Who's there? We'll put the egg in. So
Sorry, guys, I've just paused it because I want to say Davini is absolutely right there. There may be a little bit of a trigger warning right here. Just depends on the individual. But with that being the case, I'll resume right now.
I'm a bit of a greedy beast. I like 2 eggs. So, oh, knock. Almost broke the window then. Alright, so get me 2 eggs in there. Look at that, lovely Jolie. Alright, get me chopsticks. So these are my car chopsticks. Yeah, I got a bit of tape on them so I know they're mine. Alright, so what we do, mix up the egg. Lovely jubbly. Okay. So there's been a debate on Stacker Social about how eggs should be cooked. Crispy on the bottom, runny in the middle, etc, etc. Well, to me, the only way to eat an egg is raw. Okay, so this is the best part. So you get your meat, yeah, a little bit of beef and some special sweet sauce. All right, dip it nicely in the egg. And are you ready? Bob's your uncle. Itadakimasu. Whoa, fantastic. Right, let me just give you an overview. Mummy said don't talk with your mouth full, but got no choice. So we have the raw egg, the rice, which you put in the sauce when all those vegetables and the meat has been finished. Okay, so this is called a sukiyaki. Okay, this is my Friday lunch. Probably costs about just under £5, maybe £4 this cost me. So it's quite reasonable. A special treat for lunch. So here we go. Thanks guys, please enjoy. See you on the next one.
Well, there we go. Yes, that's possibly the reaction I was expecting there. But thanks for Jamie sending that across. Very interesting.
Yes, thank you.
To see, the kind of diet they have over in Japan. Not one for you then, no?
No. It's fry it.
Yeah.
And then I'll have it.
Yeah. Well, Cobra's just beat me to the punch. He used to drink 4 raw eggs with milk every day when he was training. I used to do 3 raw eggs, and I used to mix it. Sometimes I'd mix it with milk, but other times I'd just put a little bit of pepper in there, and really good. I mean, obviously nowadays you get all the protein powders and everything like that that's made. But back in the day, 3 raw eggs. Get it down you. One of the great ways to get a bit of protein in you. I'm lucky because I can open my gullet and just pour drinks down. When I was younger, I was trying to go through the Guinness World Book of Records for fastest pint because I can open my throat and just pour it down. So luckily, I used to just do that, and I'd not think about it and just swallow it all down. But I definitely wasn't a fan of the texture or flavour of raw eggs. Cobra says same thing, same bro, straight down. It's the only way to do it, isn't it, Cobra? You can't think of it. It's you can't nibble into that. You just got to get it all down you. But yeah, no, very 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 interesting. So Jamie, thank you so much for sending that across. Villain said not freaked about raw eggs, just not for me. Fair enough. If I was over there, I might maybe try one chopstick, dip it in one time and try it. But I don't think it's me for a meal, that, unfortunately. But same to say, Jamie, thanks for sending that across, mate. Are you still where we were in the chat, mate, or?
Yes, hang on, let me just come up slightly.
Davini was asking if we think the gold run has ended.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's an interest. I do think it will steady out now.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
I do think that it will sit around 2-1
for
a while. But I mean, no one knows where it's going to go. It could go up, it could go down. I do think it will go up, but I think it will. I think the storm is now kind of settled a little bit.
Yeah, I
But
think it has. I think you're definitely right. It's shot up. We got a bit of a dip back down, and I think that bit of a dip was a bit of a correction, and we'll see a more gradual growth going forwards. I absolutely agree with you there. But like you say, we don't know what's going to happen, and something could happen right now that affects the price of gold that we're just not aware of. So, but I do agree with you that that's what we're probably going to look at. Are you up to date now, or do you want me to?
yeah, I'm just going through. I mean, a lot of it's to do with the food already, so I'll
Yeah.
kind of skim past some of that if we've already kind of gone into it.
Well,
But
there's a couple before that.
hang
Jamie-
on then.
Yeah, if you see a message from Jamie Frost about the markets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see it, yeah. So Jamie Frost says, I used to do the markets on the south coast. The jacket potato lady cleaned up.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, the markets on the south coast.
I'm telling you, at a market, the food vans they mop up. They really do. It's
Yeah.
unreal the amount they can turn over.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to eat, aren't they? Everyone's going to get a drink and stuff,
Yeah.
and you want to be the one that's going to get, I suppose, little and often, and not. It's always going to be consistent, isn't it? So yeah, I can imagine.
It's one of those. It's a very old adage in business: small profit plus small profit equals big profit. And it's
Yeah.
very true. They're just knocking out cups of coffee all day, knocking out burgers all day. And you've seen them. They've got 10 burgers on grill when you walk up. You know what I mean? They know we're going to sell them, so they start cooking them, and they do. They mop up on the food stores. I think everyone's agreed with that. Haven't they? Really.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, we got some more stuff about the Whatnot. So Cobra's doing his Whatnot auction, which is going to be tomorrow. And which is coming through here. That's cool, mate. I'll get a nosy. I watched the other night. That's about the Whatnot from Shiny. We've got Davinia saying, speaking of food, I miss Festa meals, beef ristio.
What? Do you know what this is?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
What is it, Davinia?
Yes, Davinia, let us know in the chat, because you've piqued our interest on that one. I don't know what a Vesta meal beef Vistio. I don't know what that is at all. So do let us know in the chat there.
Definitely. And we got Cobra saying, yeah, we'll definitely keep going with the YouTube. That's where I started, and support has been massive from you all as well. So Cobra Stacker does, if you don't know, a auction every Friday, which is going to be on YouTube, which is absolutely fantastic. He does a great auction. There's a great community. There's no messing about. It's brilliant. So go check out Cobra Stacker. He's got a Whatnot auction tomorrow as well. So we've got a few hellos. Oh, KYH is here. It's good to see you, KYH. How you doing?
Yeah, I noticed he popped in while we were doing video. It's a great time to turn on. I bet you thought, what the hell's going off here? But fantastic to have you, mate.
Yeah, definitely. I think KYH's his phone is down at the moment, but I think he's getting a new one to do some more videos, probably Christmas onwards. So it'd be good to see you making videos again, mate. So
Yeah, it would.
Shiny saying suddenly lost my appetite. Yeah, I've already eaten, so I'm not too bad.
I'm not too hungry all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm not,
TSC's got to eat.
Yeah, I don't know about that one anymore.
Trigger warning, Davinia. Yeah, definitely. Dave says here, I predict gold will be $3,000 next May. That's an interesting one. What do you think about that, TSC?
I'm not going to say it's impossible. I'm not even going to say it's unlikely. You know, it's. I mean, what we're looking at? $2,654 at the moment. So it's got to move $350 by May. I think it's possible. I think it's a possibility. I think May might be a bit early to call that. I think by the end of 2025, I certainly think we may have passed 3,000 by then. Because don't forget, that's dollars. So that's not pounds. So that would put us on roughly around £2,500, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So I think it's around about $2,700 ish at the moment.
Yeah.
You've got it there. So $2,654. So yeah, I agree with you. It's probably possible. I had no idea it would even surpass £2,000 this year.
I know.
I didn't expect that.
It dipped. It went below 1,500, and then after that, it just went silly, and it just kept going up and up and up and up and up. And I don't know if it was because it dipped below 1,500. That was one of the driving factors of that. You know, it got the news out there, and people there was a lot of hubbub, and maybe that got new stackers into collecting gold. I don't know. But like you say, mate, it's flown up, hasn't it, over in 2024?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as soon as gold hits the news, that's it. It will rocket.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty confident that's what's happened then. Just by speaking to some of the dealers that were selling it, I mean, people were buying so much of it. So it's going to be the supply and demand. The supply is not coping with the demand. The price goes up. So it'd be interesting to see. $3,000, I think it's possible, but for this year, I was expecting the gold price to go down when it hit 1,750, and I was expecting it to go more down, and I was completely wrong. So, buy gold when you can, whatever you can afford, really, if you are interested in gold, for sure.
Yeah, I'd just tag on to that. I think you're 100% right. Even when you look at these spikes, etc., it's always going to keep going up. So, even if there's a spike now, if you buy it now, it doesn't mean you won't still earn money off it. I do think we'll see slower growth going forwards to what we have been seeing. But yeah, no, I'm with you there. Oh, okay. Very quickly, I've got to interrupt us very quickly because, who was it? Silver Stag Stacker has shared with us what a Vesta beef risotto is. And I generally have never seen them before, so yeah, that's one for the books. There we go. That's answered our question as to what is a Vesta meal.
Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you there, mate. I think it'll keep going up, and maybe not as fast. Well, I really, really, really do not think it'll be as fast as it has been. I think something needs to happen to make it spike like that again. But I do think we're gonna continually see more and more value in gold going forward. I think it's a fantastic investment. I really do.
Yeah, definitely. So we're just going in. I'm just going through now. It's a lot of hate to KYH.
And a lot of hate to James Meal.
Yeah, I see that. Hope no salmonella from Davidia as well. So yeah, that's not one that I'd be eating. But
Villainous is set. Bleeding rough.
Yeah.
Jumping says it would make him sick. Diax says he's not a fan. But if you enjoy it, Jamie, if you like it, if it tastes good to you, mate, then crack on. Why not?
Yeah, it's probably really good for you as well. It's
it's full of protein. You don't cook the protein off. Yeah, eggs you cook off the protein when you cook them. You see, which is why trainers used to drink them raw, because you just eat 3 boiled eggs, wouldn't you? But you've got all the protein from them, and they are. It is really really healthy, except for if there's a possibility of salmonella. But I don't know about Japan, but I know in the UK we've eradicated salmonella, haven't we, in eggs?
Yeah. So I think, but it's as you say before. It seems that protein powders and things like that, people have got alternative stuff that they use to get the protein now. But I mean, eggs is probably one of the best things that you can eat anyway. So,
and they're so cheap. They're so bloody cheap. This is another thing as well. If anyone's out there, and this is a financial tip. If you're out there and you're looking to save money, or you're trying to increase your spendable money or whatever it is, look to eggs. They're so versatile. They really are so versatile. You can scramble them, you can poach them, you can fry them, you can do so much with eggs, and they're so bloody cheap as well. They really are. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of eggs. I really am. I just wish they had them. It's not so bad now, but we went through that stage, didn't we? With no eggs in the supermarket.
Yeah, well, there seems to be so many now. It's like you've got so many different ones that you've got like a whole row of them now. It's like, where do you even go to get them? Because they're all so expensive and cheap. And it's like, well, an egg's an egg to me. But I suppose it's how they raise them and everything, isn't there? There's a cost in that, but they are really cheap. So as you say, you can make loads of different stuff with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Baron Vansky's let us know that the Vista meals were like boiling the bag things before people had microwaves and supermarkets did not have ready meals then. So there you go. It was like a
Oh,
precursor to the ready meal, to the microwave meal.
oh, so yeah, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Very
Oh,
interesting.
wow.
Absolutely.
Beef risotto. Right, I've lost in the chat now.
Okay, so yeah, Diax has said I wouldn't eat it, but I'm fine with raw eggs. It's that baloo that does me. Fair enough. Shiny Stack says I swear I need to know the lifespan over there, Jamie. Do you think it's a short lifespan because everyone's eating raw eggs? That's all right. He was telling me a while back about the raw chicken he was going to eat. He asked. He sent me some pictures like, which one will you choose out of this? And I said, oh, I'll probably go with chicken, mate. He said, oh, raw chicken. I said, no, I'm going to cook it first. But yeah, I wouldn't fancy. That's a bit risky for me, raw chicken. But yeah, fair point, Shiny, mate. Luke says not bad for a quid, that, mate, and that's the keys that. BBA was able to pick up from the mini car boot, and it really was a mini car boot. It was a lot of fun. That didn't seem too bad, says Rex. Oh, fair enough. Rex is down with it. That's Cobra's about the eggs. Scrambled is
Yeah.
the best for me, says KYH. Are you caught up yet, mate? Or
I'm here yet,
Okay.
KYH. Yeah, scrambled is the best.
yeah, cool. So if you want to take it from there, buddy.
Yeah, so Davinia says I wouldn't eat raw eggs yet. Likewise, Davinia, I don't think I could either. But yeah, hey, I'm more surprised at how many people freaked out by raw eggs by Luke. Yeah, I spoke. Well, yeah, salmonella Luke is what Davinia says.
I think that's
straight
it.
away,
I think that's it because I know, especially with people that are my age, you know, it was a thing. It was genuinely a
Yeah.
thing. I mean, I had cousins that nearly killed them. Nearly killed them.
Yeah.
It wasn't my auntie. She was married to my uncle at the time, and yeah, she nearly took out the whole family with salmonella, and it absolutely did used to be a huge thing. But same as I say, I do think salmonella has been eradicated in UK eggs, a bit like tuberculosis has been eradicated for God knows how many years now. So yeah, I do personally think, especially with the older crowd, there's always that looming over your head. But I also think, you know, when you've got a food that's always served cooked, you know, people have that association with raw food bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I think it's like I think as you mentioned before, a lot of the times people like raw stuff because you've got the proteins and things that
Yeah.
actually die off when you cook it, which is why they eat it like that. So
Yeah. And-
it's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
And don't get me wrong, I will very commonly eat a blue steak. I like my steak to be nearly still alive. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do like that. If you're not a fan of that dish that Jamie showed, one thing I have tried in the past is steak tartare. I don't know if you've heard of steak tartare.
Isn't that well, I'd be guessing raw steak or
It's more. It looks more like minced beef, but it is steak, and it's basically been ground up into little bits with a raw egg on top.
oh yes.
So yeah, it's raw
Oh,
meat
right,
with a raw
yeah.
egg on top of it. Yeah, it's weird. It is weirdly tasty, but yeah, a bit different, and I can totally
Yeah.
understand it wouldn't be for everybody.
I think there's I think there's like a Mr. Bean episode with him eating that where he tries to get rid of it. He spends the whole episode of him trying to get rid of it.
I think you may be right. I think I recall something like that.
Oh, brilliant. So coming on, where am I? Mind you. Oh, Davinia says, mind you, I loved raw cake batter back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I know what you mean. Yes.
No, that's
I
it.
think that's a common thing.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do it at school anymore, are you?
Really?
I'm sure they banned it in schools. Like back in my
Oh.
day, you did home economics and you had to cook something up. You'd get at the cake batter, but I don't think we're allowed to do it now because it's raw ingredients.
Of course, yeah. It's probably going on the eggs and people freaking out about the eggs. Maybe.
I do believe that's what it is, but I'm sure I heard. I mean, don't quote me on it, but I'm sure I heard that they're not allowed to do it anymore in schools, which doesn't surprise me with the health and safety laws these days.
Oh, and we've got True here. So Thank you very much for coming in, True. He says evening. It seems everyone's saying hello to True. It's good to have you here. And it
Fantastic.
says from Luke, Davinia used to love that when I were a kid, making cakes with my mum. Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely something that I think a lot of people like. So it's you're not the only one, that's for sure. And just moving on, you've got Shiny Stacker, still a long-term play. Best keeping it down so we can all buy more. This is going to be coming onto the gold, I think. So
Yes.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's a long-term thing, precious metals. We all say it, don't we? We all say it's a long-term thing. Ultimately, it will go up, but I think the seas have now settled when it comes to the gold price. But who knows? No one knows really. So
That's true.
moving on with KYH, I'm all about the pre-decimal stuff at the moment. Ideally 19th century and earlier. That's great to hear. And I'm starting to think that old numismatics are a solid investment. Well, TSC, I think you're the man when it comes to numismatic stuff. So I think it's a nice thing with the 18th century, the 19th century stuff, because you're talking about the 1800s.
Yeah.
They got some great coins there, the early ones. I like the George III coins. I think they're very popular.
Yeah.
And you've got some, I would even say sort of the 18th century stuff, I personally prefer a little bit more compared to the 19th.
Yes.
Because I think they moved on to milled, didn't they, from, I want to say 1817? Was it? They moved on to the milled coins?
Yeah, around that. That's when they had the reform, didn't they? The coinage reform, where they standardised all the coins. Speaking of some 19th century silver, we've got a couple of crowns here. So you've got the what have I got here in front of me? Date-wise, I've got 1820, which was the last one for George III, which is that chap right there. You've also got the 1819, and I have got the 1817 somewhere around me, but I'm not sure where that is. But they were the first, basically the first real crown, or what we know as crown today, when it was 28.28 grams of 925 sterling silver, etc., etc. As I say, the 1817 was the first one, but look at that design of George and the Dragon. I'm sorry, but that is the number one George and the Dragon design. It was on the gold sovereigns of the time as well. But you've got you've got the border around it, and you've got the full name of Petrucci at the bottom rather than the initials. Obviously, the dragon itself is, or George slaying the dragon itself is very similar. Now, these ones have gone on right. So you've already gone on to the sword by these ones, but the original George and the Dragon, I do believe George. Oh, that's my camera. I do believe George was slaying the dragon with a broken spear, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think you are right.
I do think he initially did. Yeah, he had a broken spear originally, but I'd have to say, numismatics generally can be a solid investment, 100%. You're better off not paying top whack when you get them, though. Like we were saying earlier about car boots, antique shows and fairs and stores and places like eBay, etc. You can get some really good deals. And then if you get a really nice condition one, they can go for quite a good whack of money later on down the line. But again, it's how much you're able to get it for in the first place. But yeah, there's some fantastic investments. I mean, this one right here, one of the most beautiful designs that they've got is the godless florin, and these coins are worth a lot of money nowadays for what they are. You're looking at £150 plus for a coin like this. And so if you're able to grab one of these, and someone's got an old tin of old silver coins, and maybe there's one in there, you can get some really, really, really nice deals. But it's great to hear that you're getting back into the pre-decimal stuff a bit more. KYH is very, very much into his antique silver of all kinds, isn't he, KYH?
Yeah, I think we'll, if he does continue making videos, I think he will definitely learn a lot, show a lot.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to see, really. So I think it's great to hear that you're interested in that as well, because I think it's a great era for coins.
Yeah.
Especially check out the 1700 stuff as well. I think that's, for me, I think I prefer it slightly. But I mean, it's all personal preference, isn't it? It's still great that you are interested in the pre-decimal stuff because they're great coins.
Yeah.
And adding on to that as well, Davinia says just below, would like to buy some sterling silver half crowns. That's great to hear, but they're like £15 each right now. I think that's around about the sort of going rate when it comes to selling half crowns. Is that right, or can you get them cheaper?
Yeah, no, that is about right for the sterling silver ones. Just having a quick look at this coin right here. I do believe, where's the... I can't find the date on it, but I do believe this one is from the 1700s. It's a George II sixpence. Beautiful.
Yeah, so
beautiful
there
coin.
you go.
So yeah, that one's from the 1700s. But yeah, for sterling silver, that's about the going rate. You can, every now and again you'll see them a bit cheaper, and for the £15 ones, a lot of times, I was saying this to you earlier, onto a MacDonald Bullion, that you'll find sellers that'll do offers like buy three get one free, and
Yeah.
that'll drive down the price a little bit. I do generally tend to say a 500 silver half crown, you're looking at, if it's not a special day or a significant day, at 500 half crown, you're looking at about £5, and a 925 probably about right, 15 quid. So yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately, and most of the ones you're going to see are going to be about that value. But that being said, if you're not bothered about the date, you get them for the silver value, look around, and you may see them from about 10 quid upwards, maybe.
Yeah, I think you could probably, like, if you did a bulk deal, you could probably find them very close to spot, if not at spot.
Yeah.
Sometimes even below spot. I've seen videos of people picking them up and buying a job lot of different coins, and them actually getting them under the silver spot price, especially with silver going up now. So just shop around really and see what you can find.
That is the best way to get your hand on. It's 1758. I've just seen the date on it. 1758 that was. It's the best way to get your hands on old stuff like that. Buy it in the bulk job lots. Then you sift through it. It's a bit of a lottery as to what dates you're going to get, but it is the best way to get the cheaper prices. And a lot of my I've said it on the channel many times before. A lot of my pre-decimal stuff was bought in job lots. So I'd buy a tin full of it, and it'd be mixed coppers and silvers, etc., etc., etc. And then what I've had to do since, and I still haven't completely done this because I've still got to do it for my half pennies, but I've had to go through every single coin, sort them all out, put them into the different types, then sort them out again, put them into the date order, and catalogue them all individually like that. It's a lot of time and effort, but it's the cheapest you're going to get your old coins for.
Yeah, definitely, and it's definitely it can be quite fun, but some people they prefer the modern bullion stuff. So I do get it. I'm a bit in the middle, really. I kind of like both. So
I am too. Yeah, that's me too. Since I started my channel, I've bought way more bullion than I had the old stuff. I didn't really have a lot of bullion before I started the channel. I think I only had like a few 1 ounce pieces. But since I've started the channel, I've really got into the bullion stuff, and that's mostly what I've been buying since then. But it's because I've got an okay amount of the copper pre-decimal stuff. I've got buckets and buckets of it, and the debased coins. I've got buckets and buckets of them. But I've got a nice little collection of the pre-decimal silver coins, both in 500 and 925 silver. I keep saying to myself, I need to get back on that and maybe buy a little bit less bullion and start looking at my date run albums again, because I know you're a fan of date runs as well, aren't you?
yeah, it's the 3 pence. I haven't made a video really, I don't think, but I'm collecting. There's Cambridgeshire Coins. They do a gold. I was going to say a gold album, a coin collecting album, which is going to be 3 pence pieces, and I think it's coming from William. I'm going to guess the 4th. I can't remember which king it was, but whoever the king was in the 18 prior to Victoria, and
William
up until
Guiliamus.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
briefly.
Yeah, so, but I mean, the 3 pences between that era up until, I want to say, when Victoria died, up until about 1900. They can be quite tricky to find. You can get some really nice examples, some really good silver examples of that, and they're 3-penny pieces. They're very small bits of silver, and they are pretty much under a gram, I think. I think they're around about a gram of silver anyway, so theoretically they're around about just under £1, now speaking. But I mean, if you're looking for a good quality example of pre-1900s 3-pence silver pieces, you can look upwards between 70, 80, 90 pounds, and it's just not worth buying and putting in an album. You want to keep it quite pristine, really, because you want to sell it on and you want to make money back, I suppose. But they can be quite difficult to find. I think if you're interested in purchasing the sort of the pre-decimal stuff at a good price, it's going to be buying in bulk deals or car boot sales, things like that, basically. So
this here is the exact album that MacDonald Bullion's talking about.
Yes.
We do the same ones, don't we? The Cambridge Coins one.
Yeah.
So it starts at 1834, and as we said, that's Guilliamus for fourth. Guilliamus is Latin for William. It started at William IV in 1834. He carries on until 1838, where he becomes Victoria. But as you can see, that page, I've got a few at the bottom, and then I've got a few of those ones. I don't have many of the brass ones left to get, but they're a lot of fun, aren't they? They are a lot of fun, and they do keep the coins nice and safe.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that they don't, those types of albums, if you're looking at the pre-decimal stuff and you're more into collecting as opposed to purchasing gold and silver, then they can be really cheap to pick up. I mean, the brass 3-pences, I get mine usually from the English Coin Company, and they're about 60p each. Yeah. And when you're talking, you're getting like, I think I was ordering like 50, and it was working out probably about 30 quid. It's really cheap to fill an album like that, and they're quite nice to do. It's just the earlier dates for things like that. I picked the 3-pence pieces because I thought it was a cool coin, and they're not very expensive, but when you get the earlier dates, you're going in the more numismatic territory when it comes to they're all worn or that you can't find any. Yeah. So they can be really tricky to find. I have asked around. I've even asked the companies, can I, try and buy a bulk lot? And I keep getting not clear answers. I don't think they have much. But if you want 3-pence pieces from like 1910 onwards, there's loads. Yeah. You will find loads. So they can be good for stacking silverware.
Silver up till 1937, and then we went on to the brass versions. Like you say, most of them are about that price. There's a few of the brass ones that are significant dates, and you can be paying a lot of money for them though. So if you are looking at a date run, just be aware of that. But like you say, most of them is like the ones I'm talking about. The ones I've got gaps in my folder for. The rest of them, like you say, about 60p each.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, even the proof coins, like some of the proof coins that you've got in there, I think the Elizabeth II one, which is going to be in that album itself, I didn't spend very much money to buy that coin. I think it was under a tenner. And it's a proof coin. It's a nice coin. So, and I was happy just to take it out and put it in the album because, you can get them pretty much everywhere. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll just have a look at the main ones. So you got the proof one, which is what, 1952 was it? The proof.
I'm sure it is,
1951 have got proofs. 1950, no, it's 50 and 51 that have got the proofs. So you've got stuff like the 1946 is going to be one of 1946 and the 1953. They can be very difficult to get hold of because 1953 you've literally got 40,000 of them. That's all they ever made, and in 1946 you've got 620,000, which is that's low mintage, but you're still going to be, you're not going to be paying over odds for that. But 1953 Elizabeth, I think, is the one you're going to be paying most on, and that's purely because it's got. The 1950's got a mintage. The proof has only got a mintage of 17,000 on that one. So you're probably going to be looking at a bit more on that one as well. But like you say, even still, they're not normally going to be ridiculously expensive. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. And I think I've made videos on if you don't really have much money to buy silver and you want to get into silver and you can't afford 1 ounce pieces, because even 1 ounce silver can be a lot of money for a lot of people.
It can.
You can stack just small 3p. 6p pieces are really nice as well. Sixpence pieces are around about the same size as a half sovereign. They're about 19 millimeters. So if you want a nice coins and you still want to stack silver and you want to try and get it as close to spot as you can, then just shop around and have a little look at 3p and 6p pieces, because you can find some really good stuff.
Yeah, got one here. It's basically a planchette again, that one.
Yeah,
what are
those?
They're sixpences. That's a young-headed Victoria
yeah.
sixpence right there, and I've got a 1942 sixpence for George V as well, right there. So yeah, George V6. Sorry, I said George V. I meant George VI. You all right? Just to do the comments for a couple of minutes while I run off.
Yes, absolutely right. Let's
Cheers,
move
buddy.
on. Sorry, guys. I know we're a little bit behind in there, but we will move on. We've got... so if I do miss out your question, just put it in again and I'll come round to it. I do apologise, but I don't mean to. We've got Vesta Meals with a boil on the bags. Yeah, Baron, we answered that. Yeah, interesting to see that. So Jump-In's got... I think it will end up at £3,000. Let alone dollars. I think that's referring to the gold price, which we spoke about earlier. So £3,000, seeing that, I think it's looking at the Stack Collector's gold price, £2,084 currently. It's incredible, really. I do think we will hit £3,000 at some point. I don't think it will happen within the next year. Personally, I would like to see the price settle. But I mean, going back even a year ago, I had no idea it would even get to where it is now. I really didn't think it would go that far. So who's to say it can't reach £3,000 very soon? It's going to be an interesting world to see, especially when it comes to the gold and silver price. I do think silver will go up as well. So Cobra says, guys, gold is at 2654 now, hitting 3,000 by May. Would be quite possible. It really can. So it's something that's going to be interesting to see. I think it's possible. We're just going to have to see what happens with the market and everything. And Jumpin says gold was 1604 when I started. Yeah, Jumpin, I think likewise. I think gold was round about £1,400 when I started for an ounce. And I remember going to the Britannia Coin Company when I first started buying silver and gold. And I remember, the gen, I've said it a few times, I apologise for repeating it, but it keeps coming into my mind. And the gent in front of me was buying 3 gold sovereigns and he had £1,000 to spend. And he was saying to the guy at the desk, £330 is quite a lot of money to spend on these coins. In the end, he bought them. And 3 years later, he'll be laughing now because he's pretty much going to be in profit by £500 just buying 3 sovereigns. So if you've been buying gold over a number of years, it's to hedge against inflation. It protects your savings. He can cash that in. It can be a really good way to save money and protect your money as well. Definia says correction for inflation. Inflation has gone up 20% the last 3 years. It's definitely gone up. I know it's settled now a little bit, or so they say. So they report. They usually try and aim for around about 2%, don't they? But gold is a good way to protect your savings, your fiat. Fiat's going to be printed. It's a good way to keep your money from being eaten away by inflation. And Jamie Frost, remember the days of £300 sovereigns? Yeah, pretty much, literally, as I was saying before, £330 was what they were going for, and that was for them being sold 1/10 gold coins. I remember even going in and saying, can I pick up a 1/10 gold Krugerrand, a best value gold Krugerrand? And that was selling for £160. I think they're selling for around about £230 right now. And I mean, that was you could probably find the video on my channel. It's one of the first videos that I did. And I mean, now, if I cashed it in to buy some more Morgan dollars because it had gone up. But, I wish I kept it. But it just goes to show how quick gold can go up. But we've really seen an increase over the last sort of 10 years or so. It's definitely increased 170%. So jumping in silver, cheapest sovereign I got was 395.
So I'm going to stop you there because it's 1 minute past 9. So it's time for us to head over to the duck race, mate. So
yes.
Let's pop across, and we've still got you on audio. Yeah, fantastic. We've had 30 names enter this week, as you can see right there. And if we clear that up, do you want to pick the time, or do you want to put it to the chat, mate?
Let's put it for the chat.
Okay.
We'll put it for the chat.
Less than 2 minutes, guys. First person to put the time in. That's how long the race is going to be. So we'll just
Be kind to TSC.
yeah, quack, rigged fix. Very funny, very funny. I like it.
1 minute. There you go.
1 minute from jumping. Awesome. 1-0-0. We'll set that. And likewise for the shuffles, do you want to pick that or do you want to put it to the chat?
Sorry, you dropped out for me then. Go again.
I said, do you want to choose how many shuffles? Do you want to put it to the chat? I will point out that Wiggy is right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with jumping. I was gonna say 3, and he was the first one that came up for me, so I'm gonna say 3.
Depriving me of my Wiggy. Wiggy, I love you, buddy. I'll see you next time, hopefully. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I hope you're happy with yourselves. No, we've got some great ducks here. No Wiggy, but some great ducks. So that's free shuffles then. As said by Jumping. Jumping got in quick with both of them there. He did the time and the shuffles, so very well done. If you commented on the comment, KYH, you will definitely be in there, mate. It's a bit late now. I've done the duck race, buddy. But yeah, if you put the comment for Silver Swan as on the community section, you will definitely be in there, mate. So Mac B, if you want to count down from 3, as soon as you say go, I will start the race.
Yep. So 3, 2, 1, go.
And they are off, and it is Ian Ritchie in the start. Wiggy's here! Everybody else see Wiggy! We've got a Wiggy! SC5273 is Wiggy and he is storming to the front of the pack. Is it going to be Wiggy's night tonight? We will find out in 41 seconds time. But right now it is Ian Ritchie, Gold Silver Hunter, and something stacker number 18 at the bottom. Rex KDB, the clown for tonight, has taken the lead with 30 seconds left on the race. But will he hold it? It doesn't look like he can for now. Tech number 21, the Dracula Duck, is pulled through, but he's pulling back. 20 seconds left on the race. It all changes now. Let's find out who's going to do this, who's going to take it for the win. We will know in 13 seconds time, and it's still number 13, Ian Ritchie, with the lead. But the second I say it, he pulls back just to keep me on my toes. Wiggy's pulling back. It doesn't look like it's going to be Wiggy's night tonight. Who's this? CY Sterling is storming ahead. Purple stripy duck, and it's duck number 4, CY Sterling. Congratulations to you, my friend. Well done. Let me take the duck race off and let me close it down because it doesn't stop quacking in my ear. But a massive congratulations to CY Stacker, right? CY Sterling, right there. I got so excited for Wiggy being in the race. I've lost my mind right now. But well done, CY. And as per clockwork, we've got the rigged guy right here. We need to come up with a name for this guy. What do you reckon? I think he looks like a Jeremy. Jeremy the rigged guy, I think.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, Jeremy. We call it. He's now called Jeremy. And we've got the little animation for the ducks. I need to try and incorporate that somehow going forwards, but fantastic and well done, CY, like everyone said. I think the clown makeup and wig weighed down my ducks. That's KDB. Oh, I absolutely love it. I really do. I actually thought my time had come, says True Legend. Oh, unlucky, mate, unlucky. And Louise says, congratulations, CY. Louise is one of the people that hasn't ever won one as well. There's Louise Divinier. Jamie's never won one, and I always do, like, you know, I am secretly hoping it's going to be someone who's never won one before. But your day will come, guys. Your day will come. And Divinier says, my duck was drinking. maybe had a one too many beforehand. I'm just gonna have a very, very quick skim through the messages we had before the duck race, just to get them out of the way very quickly, mate.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. The Jumping says the only thing you can eat raw is eggs, veg. Sorry, Louise once tried. Her granddad made it for her. She once tried an ostrich egg. It was huge, the size of a frying pan. They are big old eggs. They are. They'll keep you going for a week. Those things will. Dave says my wife's a terrible cook. We say our prayers after we've eaten, not before. After I like that. Milk is necessity for me, less so eggs, says KYH. We know, mate. We know how much you're into your milk, buddy. Not keen on raw veg, says... Oh, I love raw veg, Davinia. Yeah, it's so crunchy and nice. I really do like raw veg. Davinia says hi to True. Baron says, I once ordered steak tartare when I first started going out with the missus over 30 years ago. I did not have a clue when it arrived. She said, did I like that? Terrible choice of food. Yeah, if you don't know what steak tartare is, keep away from that one on the menu, because it will be a little bit surprising. BBA says, I agree, a beautiful coin. That is, I'm not sure what that's referring to.
It'd be one of the ones I think that we perhaps spoke about.
Or maybe I was showing, maybe it's one I was showing. I'm collecting the NGC slab ones mainly at the moment, says KYH. Yeah, you can pay a little bit more for the slab ones than you can the older ones out of the slab. Sometimes it can be very good. To, like, one I'm thinking about is my Godless. Like I was saying, that's it's a very sought after coin. This one is in really good condition. It's still got a lot of the detail to it, and if I sent that off and it was put in a slab with a fairly decent grade, I could add £300-400 to the value of it just like that. So sometimes it can be, especially with the old stuff, it can be very much worthwhile going and getting it graded after the fact. But if you can find them graded for the right price, mate, then you go for it, buddy. Why not? Why not indeed? Jamie says, I won't tell you my favourite food. You'd lose too many viewers. Well, perhaps keep it to yourself then. I don't even want to know. It's not something alive, Jamie. Oh no, is it bird nest soup? Is it bird nest soup? Don't tell me it's bird nest soup, Jamie. No. If you don't know what bird nest soup is, it's the embryo of the chick. It's really gross, but it's supposed to be like a proper delicacy, and I think it's very expensive. And I don't know about Japan, but I know it's definitely a delicacy in China. But yeah, no, tell me it's not bird nest soup, Jamie, please do. I remember spending pre-decimal money. Yeah, well, I mean, even after pre-decimal, you could still spend pre-decimal money, couldn't you? Like the florin and the sixpence, etc. They stayed. It wasn't a sixpence wasn't a sixpence anymore. It became a fivepence, didn't it? But and the florin became a 10p up until they resized the coins in 1990. So yeah, I mean, even I would have spent a couple of pre-decimal coins back in the day when I was a kid. Davinia said, I wasn't born back then jumping into silver. Well, no, not when they were being spent properly, but same as I say, the ones that were kept in change and weren't removed. Penny Sweet Shop, yes, says Jumping. I agree. Yeah, 100%. You don't get sweet shops like that anymore, do you? Where you had like it's fags nowadays, isn't it? It's cigarettes. Now they have a massive finger cigarettes behind the counter, but back in the day, they used to be pick 'em, it's sweets, didn't they? I don't know if that's maybe a bit before your time, but I definitely remember that. And you'd go in and you'd say, "Can I have half ounce of that and whatever much of that and some of that?" And I used to really enjoy that. Ned says, I can't believe a round of drinks has just cost me over an ounce of silver. Yeah, I know. Does anybody else think like that? I do. Since I started stacking, literally every penny I spend, I equate that to silver in my head. It's like, that could have been so much silver, that could have been so much silver. And it can help stop you spending on, on stuff that maybe you don't particularly need. It can be very helpful thinking like that. Nerd 100, mate, I do exactly the same myself. Says Luke, yeah, I'm with you there. Jamie says that 2p cartwheel that CY Sterling showcase was fabulous. I know CY was looking for one. I haven't had a chance to pick that up myself as of yet. I've shown it quite a few times on the channel, but it's just here. And the coin that Jamie's referring to is the 2p cartwheel penny, like this right here, which was made of 2 avoirdupois ounces of copper, and it is the largest coin to ever have been circulated in Great Britain. And if you look at the size of that, you can see why it's obviously bigger than a 1 troy ounce coin. The 1 ounce version is that right there, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of a difference in size in them, and that is quite a big coin. That's not far off the size of a 1 troy ounce silver coin. Both exactly the same designs. They were minted for 3 years, 1797 onwards, 1797, 1798 and 1799, but all 3 years show the same date of 1797, and that's because they were all supposed to have been minted in 1797, but it took them longer to mint them than they planned to, so it took them 3 years to mint them. And I think there's 720,000 of these that were ever minted. Very, very rare coin, and one that I've said it many times. It's one of the jewels in my collection, that is. But as I say, that's the cartwheels pennies right there. I've got cartwheel pennies. I think I've got a full cart of pennies and a spare by the looks of things, because I've got 5 now, so I can kit my cart out and have a spare one for when that wheel goes, as it were. But fantastic to hear that you'd be able to grab one, CY, mate. I did know you mentioned before that you were looking for one, so that's really good. Jumpy says that sounds like too much work for me. I'm not sure what that's referring to, Jumpy, mate. Jamie Frost, that was very nice. Had gorgeous toning on it. That did. Yeah, I'll need to check that out. I really will. Yes, nerd lol all the time says. Oh yeah, that's if you ever equate things to how much in silver. I guess you do that too, MacDonald Bullion.
Yeah, I mean it's funny, isn't it? It's like, you know, when you as Nerd says, it's like when you correlate it to everyday purchases or things like that, it's like, oh yeah, you know, that could buy me a silver Britannia, or, you know, that car bill's going to cost me, you know, half a sovereign. And, you know, it's funny how it kind of turns your mind in a way to refer it to precious metals.
Yeah, absolutely. Diaxa says, I've been trying to buy job lots, never paid more than spot though. Got a bargain this week and finally broke my eBay curse. Just waiting on the post now so I can record a pickup video. Oh, fantastic, Diaxa. I'm looking forward to seeing that on your channel, mate. My first pint in a pub cost me 65p. That's some time ago, Dave, that is. I think for me, it was just over £1. Just over £1 a pint when I started drinking. But that depended if you're in like an out-of-town pub or a town pub. It was a bit cheaper in the out-of-town pubs. I can remember one time being in a pub. I'd literally had, it was local. I went down local when I was a youth, and I literally had £2 to my name, and I went down to meet everyone. Bought a pint of Mansfield Smooth, and I think at that point it'd gone up to something like £1.75 a pint, and I paid them the £2. They gave me 25p change. I put it into the one-arm bandit and I dropped the jackpot off it. I was so happy. I was so happy. But yeah, no, I don't go to the pubs much anymore. And when I do, I have a mini heart attack every time I hear how much a pint costs nowadays. It's nearly £5 a pint, isn't it? It's unreal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Mine was. I mean, it wasn't so long ago, really. I think it was about £3.50. I think when.
Yeah,
when I first bought my one, but
again, you know, that depends where you are, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like if you're in a out-of-town pub compared to a town pub, and then if you go to a bigger city, you know, you can start paying loads more, can't you? Rex says, I try not to think like that, mate. I'd be refusing to pay for anything otherwise. That's it, though. That's the thing, Rex. You know, it can really help stop you spending money. You know what I mean? It's it's a good way to look at it for that reason alone. True Legend says 65p. What the F? Yeah. I wish it was still that much now. Jumping Silver says 29p. I remember. Bloody hell, Jumping. That's some time ago. That is 29p a pint. Can't go wrong with that, can you? You could go out with a fiver. Back in my day, you could go out with a tenner because on a Thursday night, because we had like 50p a bottle night. Like certain alcohol pops were like 50p a bottle, so you go out with a tenner. You'd be free to get in, 50p a bottle or not. Yeah. You'd come home steaming, you know what I mean? Because I was only young. True Legend says £1.90. That's not too bad. I was about £2 a pint when I got to the pubs. Yeah, I was lower than that, mate. Cobra remembers when he was only 5p. He's not that old, mate. He's not that old. He is in the Grumpy Gits Club, but he's not that old. Bless him, poor Cobra. Hope he's not still listening. Luke said, used to be able to get 4 pints with a tenner. I remember that. Now you'd be lucky to get two here. Yeah, that's what I mean, like £5 a pint nowadays. 55p 1977, but the working men's club cheaper. Yeah, that's where I used to be able to get drinks that cheap from, like your working men's clubs, and then your locals would be a little bit more, and town pubs would be a little bit more still. I think probably about 125ish a pint at your working men's clubs, your socials, as it were. A round would cost a sovereign. Well, my word, that's a big round if it's costing you a sovereign.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd start chucking some of my mates out if I was paying a sovereign every round, you know what I mean? But last time I visited a few years back, I nearly died when he said £9. Yeah, this is what I mean, because I go periods of times without going to a pub nowadays. I get so shocked when they tell me how much it's gone up by now. Straight on the tap water after the first one. Can't fault you, True. I was in Bulgaria snowboarding back in 1999. In our resort, they sold Astica beer for about 50p a 500ml bottle, and every night for 2 hours they did two for one. I assume that is. That's incredible. Wow. You know how people weren't drinking themselves to death all the time back then, I don't know. Too right, Rex. Not a cheap night out in London. Got one coming up too. Oh dear, unlucky so. Speaking of that, you know, when we talk about history and like the times after the great earlier, etc. Do you know that people used to have to drink beer back then because it was
They had to.
Yeah, it was healthier. People didn't drink water.
Oh, I remember hearing something about this recently. You'll have to tell me why.
It was healthier. We didn't have the means to filter it and cleanse the water. So
Yes.
through the brewing process, it cleaned the water off, which meant our beer was a lot healthier to drink than actual water. But we used to have 2 types of beer. And it was like the beer that you'd drink on a regular, I think it was like kind of the first wash that came off of it. And it was a lot weaker. So it wasn't like full strength beer.
Yeah.
You know, you'd have the strong beer, and you'd have a beer, and then the strong beer we'd call it, and yeah. So people used to just drink either beer or mead. Mead was more for the wealthy, so you know your average Joe would have been on the beer back then. But yeah, so it sounds crazy, doesn't it? Now, you know what I mean? Like they wouldn't drink water, they just drink beer. But the beer that they were drinking was kind of like the you know, I don't know if anyone knows, you used to be able to get Tesco Value Lager. It used to be 2% alcohol, so it'd be more like that than anything really. 2 for 1 even. I got that, Rex. No worries. Pint of tap water, please, says True. Quack, duck root fixed. There we go, and then we got back up to it. So you know where we are roughly now?
Yeah, I can see where we are. I think it's where the duck race is now. So,
Okay, well, I've just seen KYH say, I don't think I did. I mean, KYH, you can't tell me when I've already started the race that you didn't put your name in. It's a bit late. I'm sorry, mate, but you know, next time, try and put it in on time. But if you can't, at least let me know before I actually start the race up, mate. But I'm sorry about that, buddy, if you weren't in that. Over to you, MacDonald Bullion, mate.
right. So I've got KYH. I don't think I'm in. We got Wiggy. Yeah, unfortunately, Wiggy didn't do very well.
Yeah, but we got him. Did you see how?
We did have him.
Did you see how instantly more excited I became when I saw we had Wiggy in the race?
Literally, and it's a shame he didn't even win, because if he'd have won, I think it would have been even better.
Mate, I'd still be running around my living room cheering right now if he'd have won.
Yeah. Well, we've got, just moving on, we've got good luck. I don't think I did, from KYH. Good luck, people. Good luck, everyone. Just skimming through this. Congratulations to Cy for winning that. Well done. We've got True Legend. Dude quit on me. I know. But, you know, there's always next week. There's always next week. So
thank you, mate. Thank you. Right.
Oh yes. We need to do that.
Speaking of next week, before I forget to do it, so that's the 7th of December, isn't it? So let's have a look. Go into the community section for next week's duck race in brackets, 7th of the 12th, 24, 7th December already next week. For next week's duck race, 7th of 12th, 24. I don't think that's messed up any of my my scenes. No, that's perfect. Right, what are we doing for a phrase, mate?
It's got to be Wiggy, surely.
Yeah, go on.
It's got to be the phrase Wiggy.
I'm not going to argue with that. You know, Wiggy's my boy. So I've just put it up there. It says for next week's duck race, 7th of 12/24. It's in my community section. So if you go into my channel on YouTube, where it says home, videos, shorts, live playlists, and then it says community, click on community. The top post says for next week's duck race, 7th of the 12/24. All you need to do is pop the word Wiggy on that comment, and you will be entered for next week's race. Thank you for reminding me to do that, mate. And back over to you, buddy.
Yeah, right. So let's move on. So we got lots of well done size. So I'll skim through that.
Yeah, perfect.
We got Rex. I think the clown makeup and wig way down my. I know. It probably did, Rex. But so it happened the same with Wiggy as well. So you might win next week. But True thought his time had come. But there's always another. Davinia's duck was drinking, which is the third duck now. There's a habit of these ducks, actually. They're not doing as well as we thought they were going to do. But
if they've got a problem, I'm forever having to go down to the ducky paddocks and take the bootleg vodka back off them. Tell you.
Yeah, definitely. There's something going around with it. There's definitely one of them's having an impact on the rest of them for sure.
Well,
we've got.
What you guys can't see is that I've actually tied weights to the legs under the water.
Oh yes, there we go. You've given it away now.
Oh damn it!
Right, moving on. Cancel. But we've got GSH. I had never won either. I was hoping the Bride with Ducks would push it my way. Yes, yeah. It'd be nice.
I didn't get them in time. I just didn't get. I've only unwrapped them today. If I'd have known GSH, if I'd have known, things could have been different.
But KYH has probably gone now. He says got head off.
Okay.
If you're still here, I'm sure you've gone already, but if you've not, then take care. Jamie's duck ate too many raw eggs. It did. I'm sorry, Jamie. Yeah, you've fed them far too many eggs.
I mean, just think for a second how traumatic that was for the ducks. You know what I mean? You basically fed them their own babies.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why it weighed them down, Jamie.
I mean, just the emotional damage weighed them down.
Yeah, literally. But we've got Deaxis. I've never won on the digital races either. Did win the live race though, so can't complain. Well, yeah, there's always next week, but at least you've won one. I don't actually think. I think I've won one. I think I've won once.
I think you did. I think you did. Yeah, I seem to remember you definitely won one. But yeah, Diax, like I said, never won a digital one, but he's only gone and won the best one there ever was. You know?
The live action.
Yeah, live action duck race. Which, watch your space, guys. When it gets warmer again in spring and the water's not a literal freezer, I think we might be seeing more of them coming next year, and then maybe on a more regular basis.
But we've got Jumpin saying, does anyone remember Stack Canadian? I don't. Do you know that, TSE? I assume it's a channel.
I can only assume, like you say, it's a channel which is not one I'm. Unfortunately, mate.
Yeah. Oh, we've got one from Davinia actually. I'm sorry, Davinia. I did see a comment about the bunk packs before the Royal Mint ones, and I did want to come on to it.
Oh yes,
so
I saw that too. Yeah.
Yes. So Davinia says here, I need another storage box to store all my new Royal Mint bunk packs. I really like bunk packs. I'm not going to show them on camera because it's put away now. But the storage box that I use, I literally just use old ammo tins because it stores it really well and it keeps it cool, I suppose. I don't actually know what best to keep them cool at, but I mean they're inside the house anyway.
They're cool. They are really cool. The ammo tins. I've got one of the ammo tins. It's probably a different shape to one you've got. You've probably got the more generic shape. I've got a thinner one. What I do use though is I use those click lock plastic boxes. So you put the lid on and then you bring the two blue things down the side. Yes. They're really good. They're basically an oversized Tupperware box.
You could probably get them off, Temu's actually really good for stuff like that as well. You can get it dirt cheap.
Yeah.
But bunk packs, another thing I wanted to say, Davinia, when you mentioned about that as well, bunk packs, I don't tend to buy them for the Royal Mint anymore. I buy job lots of bunker packs off eBay because you can
Yeah.
get them so cheap.
Yeah.
You can. There was someone selling. I think there was like a whole collection of the last year's Harry Potter and Star Wars set, £15 a bunker pack, and they were going for about £30 each for the whole set. It's really cheap,
It
and there's
can be,
people that
yeah.
will get rid of it.
Yeah,
So
it's
I know you like your bunker packs as well, TSC.
I do. I love them. But to go back to what you've just said, that's basically what I was saying about the pre-decimal stuff earlier. If you buy them in the
Yeah.
bulks, they work out a lot cheaper. The only problem with that is you might end up getting ones you've already got and you don't need. But you know, if that's the case, just look to flog them back on eBay because you know, like you say, getting them the bunk packs in bulk. Sorry, it is a fantastic way to do it because if you look to buy them on an individual basis, it's very rare that you actually see them selling for less than what they're selling for at the Royal Mint.
Yeah, they usually stick around the £15
They
sort
do,
of
yeah.
mark anyway, and I really enjoy watching Bits and Bobs does it actually. I think Bits and Bobs buy a lot of bunk packs, and you can see like the eBay purchases that they're able to get, and you can get them for really cheap, and you get some really nice bunk packs. So if you're interested in 50p's, £2 things from the Royal Mint, and they're not a limited mintage. Let's say there's like not 5,000 of them, but there's a lot more. Then you can get some really good deals on them. But
You
yeah, I think they're really good.
You can.
Davinian also says the sixpence coin was worth 2.5 new pence. I think that's referring to when you were mentioning about
Yeah,
the coins prior as well.
I think I said the wrong denomination for the sixpence. I said the florin was 10p, which is obviously right, and then half florin, which the shilling, not the sixpence, would have been 5p. And like Davinia said, the sixpence was 2.5p. So that was a slip of the tongue there, Davinia. Thank you very much for correcting me there.
But we've got. I saw Jamie's question actually. Not question. He replied to you. He said,
yeah.
"Definitely not a bird nest suit," which is yes, it's definitely gonna
That's grim.
perk TSC from,
That's grim.
from that.
It's grim. If anyone knows what bird nest soup is, you'll know. But it is grim.
I'm gonna have to look it up after.
Yeah.
But we've got Davinia here saying cheap loaf of bread is about half a gram of silver. So half a gram. I don't actually even know what half a gram of silver is. I don't even know what a gram of silver is. I assume it's under a pound
65p.
still. Yeah. So it's about half gram. Yeah, I suppose so. Jumping into silver says I was referring to looking through 395 silver. Sorry, jump in. Does anyone? Oh, right, I see. So, is that in reference to the Canadian comment before?
What's that? I was referring to looking through 395 silver.
Yeah, sorry, jump in.
Yeah, so it can, when you do a live chat like this, it can get very difficult to remember and reference back to previous comments. So do apologise about that, jump in, buddy.
But yeah, just let us know. We're coming towards the bottom of the chat now anyway, so if you pop it in there, we'll come to it again. BBA says he's 42 in a couple of weeks. He feels old. No, BBA, 42 is not old.
Not old at all, mate. No, not old at all. Right, you're in your prime of your life, BBA. And I'm still reeling over Nerd's comment.
Nerds? Why? What's nerd?
I'm still peeved about that. When it's Mrs. 4 Hour, your dad.
Ah, yes, I remember. Yeah. I went out with my dad at the Royal Mint.
Yeah, apparently so. I didn't know I had kids.
Yeah.
Don't come to me for child support, mate. That's all I'm saying. You're old enough now.
Oh, that's a shame.
You're old enough now. Get out there and make your own way in the world.
Yeah, but yeah, sorry. So jump-ins, happy hour was good. Yeah, Diax says back in 2008, the pub down the road from me used to do a pound a pint on a Wednesday night. Pub used to be filled to the rafters. Yeah, I mean it's changed now, isn't it? It's you know, the cost of a pint now and going out. It's really a, you know, it takes away a lot now, doesn't it? It's not what it used to be, I suppose, a pound. I mean, even just cans from the supermarket now, I think people prefer to drink at home, I assume, if they want to sort of go and do that anyway. I think even Weatherspoons being the sort of more perhaps affordable place to go and buy drinks and go out on nights out. It's even got more expensive from COVID. So
Hold on, 1 second, mate. 1 second. I'm just gonna go back to what we were saying, like for BBA in a couple of weeks. Would you do me a favour, BBA? On your birthday week, will you come and have a stack chat with me, please, mate? I'd love to have you on, and we'd love to go through some of the bits you found magnet fishing and melt detecting. So, what do you reckon? I reckon it's your birthday in a couple of weeks. Why don't you come on your birthday week, and we can all sing happy birthday to you together, mate? But, yeah, that's all I wanted to say there, buddy.
Yeah, I think BBA should. It would be great to see BBA on it, wouldn't it?
It would. It would. So many people want to see him come on and join me for a chat, and I think we're getting there with it. I think he sorted Skype out on his phone. We just need to agree a date. But I'm thinking,
Good.
you know, what better time than your birthday week? We can all celebrate it together.
Yeah, he's probably got some great stuff as well. And I know that he's a great collector of things. So we've got Davinia saying crowds are my thing. To Deaxis, yeah, likewise, Davinia, I'm the same.
Yeah.
Deaxis, yeah, normally, to be fair, avoid it like a plague now. Happy birthday goes from Davinia out to BBA. Yes, happy birthday from me and TSC as well. So.
Oh, sorry, mate. Deaxis has just put on, just letting us know. What BBA was talking about is when I said like buying the coins in the bulk job lots and then sorting them through. It's a lot of hard work is what he's saying. So he's just clarified that for us. So I wanted to pick that up because by the time we get to it, we'd probably forget again.
Yes, no worries. Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah, of course.
Right, so we've got.
That's my fault, mate. Is it Deaxis? Yeah, no, we're at. So 2 weeks Davinia from BBA, and then it's Davinia. I know BBA. That was for 2 weeks from now. Because Davinia said happy birthday.
Yes.
How you spell Wiggy, and you spell Wiggy exactly like you did, Davinia. WIGGY.
Yes, that's how I spelt it anyway.
Yeah.
So if I'm not in it, Davinia, and you spell it the same way as me, then I think you'll be okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. If you put a comment on that post, doesn't matter if you don't put Wiggy, I'll still enter you. Don't worry. And that's true. That's true. I'm not strict at all on the comments. Because it makes it so much easier for me being able to get the duck race list put together before I start the live stream. I used to do it by saying everyone put duck in the comments, and then the first person put duck would be duck number 1, the second person would be duck number 2, etc, etc, etc. So we had to stop the live stream. I'd be there going through like, who was duck number 8? Hold on, let me count it 5 times just to make sure I'm sure. And so now it just makes it so much easier for me to put them in preloaded that I'm fairly easy with it. You don't have to, especially if it's a spelling mistake. If you put like WIGY instead of WIGGY, I'd definitely still enter that. So don't worry too much about what you put on the comments. Just make sure you get your comment on that post.
Well, there you go. So Deaxis said the same. BBA, I wanted to win to donate it and have 2 races.
Oh, bless you. Do you want me to go and get a few bits together and put another race on, BBA? Is that what you want?
Get another duck race on.
Yeah, should we do it? It's not going to be it's not going to be as big as this one, but I can find a few bits out.
You go get a few bits, and I can.
You do chat, and I'll sort a few bits out, mate.
Right, let's have a little look then. So, jumping into silver, State Canadian. It's me. Oh, okay, I understand. I got it. Sorry, it's just refreshed on me again. Right, so jump in. I've got 3 ammo boxes, 2 50 cals, 1 30 cal. Wow, good. Yeah, they're really versatile, aren't they? I've got them. You can pretty much put anything in there. I mean, if you've got tools or basically junk, I've got loads of crap really that I can put in them. The 50 caliber ones are going to be a lot bigger, aren't they? The 30 cal ones, I hold a lot of my bunk packs in because they fit in quite nicely, and it keeps them cool, I suppose. But I keep they're just really useful storage boxes. But I mean, even if you get them online, you can get loads off eBay, Temu. There's no right or wrong with it, really. Davinia says, I got a storage box coming in the post, but it is late. May have to claim a refund. What storage box did you get, Davinia? It'd be interesting to see. Jumping in silver better than the monster boxes. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I think personally, I prefer them over the monster boxes because they just fit in a little bit easier as well. They're not as wide. I personally prefer them over the monster boxes, so I agree with you on that. Divinia, Meaning of Life 4-2, jumping, could be bothered looking through 295 silver, that's what I meant. Divinia, you mean 925. And then oh, sorry, it keeps refreshing on me now. Jump in, I'm still surprised to be coming on. I've got Skype now. Yeah, it took me a little while to get used to Skype. I haven't used Skype in a very long time, so it's useful to know it now when you come on to TSC's Stack Chats. It's always good to come on and have a chat and speak to you guys as well. And Luke says, a pound back in the day was a sovereign. You're right. That used to buy a pint. Nowadays, a sovereign will buy on average 480 pints in England. Main Co 64 done a video on it. Crazy to see over the years. I'll have to watch that because that sounds quite interesting. But yeah, you're right. A pound was a sovereign, and a half sovereign was going to be 50. Well, half of that clearly, and it's crazy. It just goes to show how much has gone up, hasn't it? You know, with inflation, the gold price, and everything. It's interesting to see how times change from what they were and the prices that were in the past as well. And so we've got Baron saying BBA Adventures on Stack Chat with his birthday kit with 42 candles. Yeah, that'd be fantastic if you get on BBA. I think we all want to see you on TSC Stack Chat. And 365 says, great chat, lads. I need to jump off now as up in a few hours. Take care, everyone. Speak soon. I'm sure you're gone now, 365. It's always great to have you here. 365 is a great guy, great channel. If you are new here and you're not aware of 365, then go check him out. You know, he runs the Stacker Social. If you haven't joined, that's a great Discord channel that you can find on the description of this video as well, which is like-minded stackers and that. But take care, mate, if you are gone. So we've got some buys to him. My birthday is on Monday, but yes, sounds good to BBA. That's fantastic, BBA. Okay, let's have 3 races if I win. Yeah, we'll get you to win, BBA. And Divinia, yeah, Doug bonus, really useful box, 9 litre storage box. Okay, so it's going to be sounds like a quite useful one for the things perhaps you're collecting. Did you say that you were buying bunk packs recently? You know, bunk packs at the moment, I haven't really bought many bunk packs this year. I think the Royal Mint, they bring so many out that I can't really keep up with it. I definitely wouldn't buy bunk packs straight from the Royal Mint unless it's like a low limited mintage. I think the last one I purchased off them was going to be the RNLI one, which was the colorized one. I'm not a fan hugely of colorized coins, but I liked that one. I got it from the Royal Mint. But the storage boxes, you can get so many. There's no right or wrong. It really depends on what you kind of want to use for storing your stuff, really. And Louise, yeah, what hopefully my duck isn't too tired. Louise, yes, yeah, it's not tired. I've taken the chains that TSC have put on all the ducks, and all the ducks are now gone super speedy. So there you go.
Don't make promises you can't keep, buddy. Right, should we go through it? Let me go through this with you then. See what I've just I've completely randomly just gone and grabbed a load of stuff out. There's a 1965 Churchill crown right there. I think that's never come out of its packaging. That one. There's a platinum jubilee 2020, wasn't it? 2022. I get that wrong every single time. 2022.
2022.
Yeah. There's a 1951 half crown. So that's a George VI half crown right there. You've got a 1966 florin. So that's Queen Elizabeth. The Mary Ann Gillick depiction. Very nice depiction.
Oh, I've got one of those.
Yeah, very nice coins. You've got one of the 18th century Japanese samurai coins. You've got a Backyard Bullion 1 gram fine silver bartering chip, Stacker Social, Cardiff Gold poker chips, stack of social, and a stack collector sticker. So what do you reckon for a cheeky duck race? Is that all right for everyone? That little bundle there.
Looks great to me.
Yeah, I think it would be, wouldn't it? So what are we doing? We're just doing the same people again.
I think, I think keep it easy.
I'm gonna add KYH. Don't tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like KYH. Now I can. It's just a bit too late when I'm actually.
I did manage to blast through it as well, so I think we're fairly pretty much up to date now when it comes to the chat.
Fantastic work. Right, let me get this set back up. There we go. Why does it always have 1 minute 9 seconds preloaded into it? It's dead weird, that is. Yeah. Oh no, that's the wrong one. There we go. Right, so this, everyone's got BBA to thank for this, and the reason I'm doing this is because BBA very, very generously sent me a bundle of stuff across for me to include into the duck races. So his poker chips and some crowns. So say thank you for what he sent across and being able to put those in various duck races. That's why I'm going to do the second one tonight. Don't get used to it, guys. It's not going to be every week I do. You won't be able to get me to do one every week. But 1 hour and 9 minutes you got up. Oh, bloody hell, what's happened there? Jesus, it's gone to 109.23. Yeah, we'll clear that off, PBA, mate. Names, have I
reviving you.
Yeah, have I put no, I haven't put the names in yet, look. There we go. So, as you can see, I've added KYH right there. Is in this time, bless him. I felt bad. It wasn't in the last one, but same as I said, I would have added him. I just can't do when all the ducks are at the starting line. Right. So what are we doing for time, guys, on this one?
I think Davinia's put a minute 30, so let's do a minute 30.
Oh, you cheeky Davinia! It's like when your parents are out and babysitters there, and you're like, oh, but they let us do this. Normally, I say you got to wait till I say go, but. Because it's Davinia and she's here every week, why not? We'll go with 1 minute 30. There we go. And what are we saying for the shuffles this time round?
Let's go 5.
5 shuffles, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. No. We've wigged out tonight. We have wigged out tonight, unfortunately. But one appearance from the great Wigmeister is enough for me. And we've got some fantastic ducks here. We've got a couple of pirate ducks. Got Captain Pirate Duck and Smee Pirate Duck right there. Policeman Duck, Dracula Duck's back, Clown Duck's back. So we've got quite a few rerunners, and it looks like we've got a few that are fresh ducks. So let's see what happens here. Right, mate. If you can count down from 3 as soon as you say go, I will get this race started.
Yep. So 3, 2, 1. Go.
And they are off, and it looks like it's Spider-Man Duck who flies out the gate straight away, but it is now Stripy Purple Duck, number 19, who's in the lead, and quite some as well, storming away, AC 4407. But have they used up all their energy? It may have done, but look at this, it's Davinia Robbins. Davinia is Duck number 1, Pirate Duck versus Me Duck. Come on, Davinia, let's see you take your first duck race tonight. I want to see it, I do. You, Jamie, Louise, GSH and all the other guys who've never won a race as of yet. Let's see if one of you guys can win tonight. It would be absolutely fantastic if you can. I've missed 1 minute mark. We're now on 51 seconds to go. We've got Tech Arcrist in the first place with duck number 21, but duck number 23, Starly Art, who has previously won, is close behind them. Strawberry Duck, True Legends. True Legends, I think, is another person who's never won one before. So is this going to be the one where we get a new champion to add to the list of duck race champions? We will find out in 30 seconds time. It is a Millie, duck number 17. I thought he was going to take the lead, but he hasn't. It's still Silver Coin Stacker number 15, just in the lead, but that is 20 seconds right now. It is time for all change, and as you can see, they're all flying to the back. Who is going to make a mark for himself? Who is going to break out of that pack? And who is going to take this? Come on, duck number 1, Davinia. Let's see you take this, your first duck race. Can it be? We will find out very shortly, but it looks like it's going to be Silver Stag Stacker number 2, who's going to take it for the win. Silver Stag Stacker, congratulations, my friends. Well done, and congratulations and commiserations to everybody who was in the race. I don't know why I wasn't in it this week. Were you not in it, Jumping Mate? You should. If you put the comment on, definitely should have been. Let's have a look at the list. Jamie, no. Okay, just 1 second. Let me go on to. It's not the 7th today. It's the 7th next week. That's the wrong one. So go on to the 30th. Let's have a quick look. It looks to me like you didn't put a comment on, buddy.
Rex wants a rerun.
Rex always wants a rerun. It's not rigged. People are going to believe you. I get it every week. Have you seen the barrage of abuse I get every week? Like Jeremy comes up every single week. It's a fix. Let me get onto the right page. There we go. But look at this from BBA right here. Happy little duck right there. But Stuart's inquiry says Davinia. Oh, Davinia, I wanted to see you win that one. I really did. I really do want to see you take that one. But you never know. You never know. But do you want to know a secret?
Go on.
Right. When we get to Christmas, I'm going to be doing a Christmas live like I did last year, and I might be doing a special little duck race in that live. That's going to be just for people who haven't won duck races before. So we're going to definitely get a first time winner in that race. It won't be the only race I'll do. I'll do another race as well. There's going to be a special Christmas duck race where the prize pot for the Christmas duck race is going to be a little bit better than the normal weekly prize pots, and I do mean it's going to be a little bit better, guys, for Christmas. So yeah, there's that to look forward to. But I'm definitely hoping to do a special little duck race just for people who's never won a duck race, because I want to see everyone get at least one win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, mate.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. But I don't know what's happened there, jumping. I can only apologise, but I've gone through the list and I can't see you in there, mate. So just make sure you get the comment in for next week, and I would definitely make sure that you were in there. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't get any luck at all, says Louise. I'm like that. I'm like that as well, though. I've never won anything myself. I had future investments on last week, MacDonald Bullion. I was saying to him, I've been a channel member in your channel for longer than anybody. And I'm probably the only person who's never won one of your monthly members' giveaways. So, it does. There's a few of us like there in the bad luck club, as it would. Jumpy says I would have donated anyway. Well, that's fantastic, Jumping, and we'll make sure you're in next week, mate. Get your name on that list, and we'll make sure you're in for the next week's race. So the second race, that was for Silver Stag Stacker. Who's a great guy, really, really fantastic member of the community. So that little bundle right there is going to go to Silver Stag Stacker, and that one right there is going to go to who was it? CY Sterling, wasn't it? I know this one's probably a little bit smaller, but that's just my own coins. I've not, apart from the Mon. And as I say, it was just I did it very quickly, so yeah, that's why it's a little smaller. But hey, it was a bonus additional one anyway. Christmas special duck race, another one I won't win. Well, Jamie, you never know. You don't know that, mate. So and it's going to be full of people that say they won't win, and one of them's got to. So you never know, mate. You never know. Fingers crossed, you, mate. I think. I'm just looking for any other comments. Can you see any I've missed, bud?
No, I think we're up to date with the comments now. So if you do have a question for either me or TSC or anything, just feel free to stick one in.
No, not me. No, just ask MacDonald Bullion. We'll just gang up on him. No, I'm only joking. Ask me anything.
Fire away.
Anything you want, guys. And it's that time of night where it can be anything you want. If you want to ask me the shape of the world, ask me the shape of the world. If you want to ask me, did we land on the moon? You can ask me that. I don't care at this point. You can ask us whatever you want. Definitely have to do the duck leaderboard for 2025. I am, Diexis. I'm 1,000,000% going to be doing the ducky leaderboard for 2025. This was suggested to me, I think, last week. And what we're going to do next year is everyone who wins one of the duck races is going to go on to like a leaderboard, and then there's we're going to be able to see who wins so many times, etc., etc. So, can you remember Top Gear?
Yes. Yeah.
We used to have the the star in the reasonably priced car.
Yeah.
And we'd have that board and we'd put a name on every week. It's going to be a little something like that. But
yeah, no, that sounds cool.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Absolutely. Baron Vamsky, Divinia don't want to be in next week's now. Much better chance in the Christmas non-winners. One feels amazing, man. Yeah. No, so there's going to be, just to be clear, there's going to be 2 duck races on Christmas special. At least two. There may well be more with it being Christmas. Who knows? But the main one is going to be the main duck race of the evening, which is I've started putting the pot together, and I'm trying to put a nice pot together for that one because it's Christmas. So I think that one's going to be really nice. And then over to that, so as well as that, I'm going to be doing the one which has got a normal kind of pot, like the ones I give away on a normal basis, for people who's never won one before, and then same to say, who knows how many other duck races we'll do throughout the evening, but that's the plan on that one, as it were. Jamie, mate, never say never. Exactly, Luke, 100%. Divinia says moon hoax ? I love moon hoax. I don't know if the moon. Well, is the moon a hollow spaceship from a distant galaxy? We don't know. But there's a lot of. That's a weird one. That's a weird one to me, because there's so much actual real evidence out there that suggests the moon's hollow. It's unreal. Definitely worth looking into. It really is worth looking into. That is. The moon's just really weird. There's so much about the moon that's so weird. Just the fact that it's locked with us perfectly the way it is. This is just so unlikely to happen. It's unbelievable. The fact that the moon is near enough the exact same size in the sky as the sun is a complete coincidence as well. They're not entirely the same size, and the moon will continue to get smaller and smaller and smaller in relation to the size of the sun. But they are near. There was a point in history where they were exactly the same size, and they are pretty much the same size, which is why we can have a total eclipse. But yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff about the moon. There really is. Jamie said, how's your love life, TSC? Not great, Jamie. Not great, mate. I was meant to be on a date today, but I had to go into work instead. So not brilliant. Not brilliant. I was meant to see the same girl as last time, but didn't fall through. So I'll have to look into that further, mate, and see what happens with that. But not the best amount of luck, unfortunately, on the old love life front. I am afraid. DX says, and then end of the year hold a race champion for the top 10 winners. Yeah, no, absolutely, Dixus, absolutely. I will definitely look in the champion of champions, as it were. And I might look into do that as a real life duck race, because what I might do, because if I know it's going to be like the top 10 winners, or if I know how many people's going to be in it, I can maybe pre-record it and then just assign the ducks randomly on the night. But that's something I'll certainly look into. Will that be on Christmas Day itself, TSC? No, well, I might come on for a live Christmas Day. I'm not going to say I won't. If it's people that think that would be a good idea, if it's people that I've got a bit of free time on Christmas Day, I may pop on for a bit of a Christmas Day live. But the Christmas special is going to be the Saturday the 21st, which is the Saturday before Christmas Day. So Christmas Day is on a Monday. It'll be two, a couple. Oh no, it's 20. I'm in November. Where are we? Okay, December. Here we go. So Christmas Day is going to be on a Wednesday, and I'm going to be doing the Christmas special stack chat on the Saturday the 21st. Which I'm hoping will be a lot of fun. So hopefully people have a chance to come and join me and meet me on that one. But as per usual, the duck races will, that'll be open to people to enter before the night. So even if you can't be there on the evening, you can still enter the duck race. And then same as I say, if people want it, I don't mind popping on Christmas Day for a little bit, maybe in the evening, and we can talk about how the day's been and what we've had to eat and that kind of thing. I meant moon landing hoax. I know, I get that, Divinity. I was just going through all the weird stuff with the moon, and the moon landing is just the tip of the iceberg, really, when it comes to the moon being weird. Silver Stag says, just back in. What happened? What happened, Silver Stag, is we thank BBA on this one. We ran another duck race, and you only went and won it, my friend. So congratulations, buddy. You've got a stack of social sticker, stack collector sticker, stack of social Cardiff Gold poker chips. You've got a 1928 George V penny. You've got a 1951 George VI half crown. You've got a 2022 Platinum Jubilee 50 pence. You've got a 1966 Elizabeth II florin, a 18th century 1-1 Japanese coin, a 1965 Churchill crown, and a 1 gram BYB Backyard Bullion bartering chip right there as well, mate. So congratulations to you on that one, buddy. And same as I say, you can thank BBA because he was him who twisted my arm into running the second race there. Divinity says, or coincidence. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of coincidence though going off with the moon. A lot of coincidence. And it just the more you look into it, the more weird it gets. And there's things that definitely happen, like in one of the Apollo missions, as an experiment, when they were coming back to Earth, they dropped the lunar lander on back onto the moon just as an experiment, and the moon rang like a bell for hours, which suggests that it's hollow. The way it reverberated. Really just suggests that it's hollow. But yeah, there's loads of weird stuff about the moon. There really is. It's a rabbit hole I love to dive down, that one is. When it comes to love, I've given up. I think I'm with you, Divinity. I might well have given up. I've got set in my ways now. And yeah, I quite enjoy being on my own, but yeah. Tissy, how do trees use the internet? They log on. Come on, let's get your best worst jokes in the chat, people. That's fantastic. I love it. I'm thinking, I read half that sentence, and I'm really good at doing this, like reading and then just stopping at a word, and then like I'm completely oblivious to what the next word is, but it would answer what I'm saying anyway. But I was reading that. It's like, how do trees use the internet? I was like, what have I said wrong about trees now? What am I talking about? Well, that's fantastic, that is. TSC, you're so good to your listeners. Can't wait for Christmas duck race. Oh, thank you, Louise. It's because my listeners are so good to me. That's why. I'm just trying to give back. That's all that is, because you guys have been fantastic. You really have. The support you give to us. I'm going to get cringy now, so buckle up and get ready for the cringe. But the support you guys give to us creators, you really don't understand how much it means to us. It makes all the effort we put into our channels worthwhile. I can guarantee, we're not doing it, like, I can speak for myself, but I can guarantee other people feel the same. It's not about the money. The money's nice as a nice little bonus, but it's not about the money. It's about the fantastic community that we have here in the Silver Stacker community, whether it be the international community or the USA, UK community, whatever. It's just full of wonderful people. It really is. So I just, it's my way of saying thank you to you guys, and it's no trouble whatsoever. But I'm sure you'd agree with that, wouldn't you, MacDonald Bullion, mate?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it wouldn't happen really without sort of you guys. So yeah, it makes it a lot better, a lot more worthwhile, and it's, yeah, as you say, it's not about sort of money and things like that. Really, you don't really earn much from you. I know that I don't. I don't really earn anything. So it's great to have the support and everything. It's always good to see it, and everyone helps each other. Everyone helps each other out, which is really nice to see as well. Yeah.
I mean, ad revenue wise, I've literally made nothing from ad revenue. And I've explained to people before, I don't even monetize these live streams. And the reason for that is because I tried it in the past. There was a short period of time where I did monetize them, but YouTube tries to put adverts on every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes, I'm like, who's going to sit there and watch a live stream when there's... I mean, yeah, if you put one on every 45 minutes or so, YouTube, that would be perfect. But it's insane the amount of adverts try and put on these live streams, and I would never subject you guys to that. So I don't make anything off these live streams. It's all for fun, which is it works for me anyway, because it means I can slip the odd swear word out, and I can talk about things a little bit, you know, that I might be a bit cautious about talking about if it was a monetized video, a normal video on the channel, because it could get demonetized. So it does give us a bit of freedom on these, which is fantastic. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. But like you say, mate, you know, it's I mean, when you take into account I had to buy a PC to run these live streams. I mean, the money I get from YouTube hasn't even, you know, cleared half of the cost of that. So yeah, it's not about the money. If anyone starts a channel thinking, you know, it's about making money and you're going to make money off it, it'll be a long time before you do make anything real money. Even when you become monetized, and you like where, you know, myself is and MacDonald Bullion, you've got probably about twice the followers I've got, but still, you know, you're not drawing that much in off it, are you?
No, not really at all. Not as much as like some might think. Because if anything, I spend so much more money than, you know, you make through ad revenue. It's really not much at all. Yeah,
the stuff that you buy for your channel normally you will find to produce the videos and having your backdrop and stuff like that. It takes away all the profit out of it, doesn't it? You know what I mean? You're left with you know, you are left with a cost. But again, you know, it's, as a hobby goes, it's fantastic, and I've got to meet all you fantastic people through doing it. So, you know, I'm so very, very glad I did start the channel when I did, because my original plan, if I had just stuck to my original plan, I still would not have started my channel yet, because my plan was to get into the new house, get it all decorated and looking nice, and then setting up a little corner in the new house where I'm filming, etc. And I've still never done that. So, you know, and that's maybe because I'm busy doing the YouTube, and you know, the time I'm spending on YouTube, I'd probably got a lot further with the house by now. But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. But same as I say, cringe over now, and I'll move on a little bit. But Divinity says, I got no family, foe, so my Christmas is straight. BBA says, yes, I'm up for a Christmas live. Oh, you know what? For you guys, you know, Divinia says there she's got no family. If you're going to be on your own Christmas day, Divinia, I will do a live stream, and then we can, you know, at least we can come together and spend some time on the live stream. That'll be a lot of fun. Probably, I'll probably do it after my dinner. So same to say, you're looking mid-afternoon to evening time, and then, you know, we'll probably might try and get somebody on there. I don't know if I'd be able to get somebody on Christmas Day. You know, it might just be me, but then there might be people in the chat who want to jump on and join the live. We'll always be open to that. The only thing you ever need to do to come onto one of these live streams is to have a Skype account. As long as you've got a Skype account, I do everything else. I will link it into the live stream and I will sort it all out. All you need is to have Skype on your mobile. But yeah, same as say, if that's what you guys want, even if it's just me, you Divinia, and you BBA, I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. That would be a lot of fun. Yeah, Baron's just letting Silverstag know that he won the duck race. Silver was he says all the silver bars on TSC's desks. I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't know what you're talking about. You get one silver bar, and it's this one right here, which, you know, not exactly, you know. But if I do this, nearly. Oh no, is my lot? Yeah, here we go. We're about the same size. Just no, we're not. But you have got a very nice backyard bullying one gun bar and chip and some lovely old coins as well. So well done to you there. But Baron's trying to give away my entire stack. I love it. Direct says, a little tree humour for you, TSC. Such a terrible joke. Yes, but I loved it because I'm a tree surgeon. So yeah, I'm all about the tree jokes. And yeah, why do you never find a tree on the internet? Because they can't log on or something like that. That was the main gist of it anyway. Divinia says, Graham Rex. I liked it, Divinia. I love a dad joke. I really do. I think it's fantastic. Is that when you're going to go through all the Secret Santa videos? Well, so for that one, Diaxis, it's up to the people to upload their own videos. Now, I've said to do it, to upload them on the 24th of December. Now, you don't have to film it on the 24th of December. You can film it on the 12th of December if you like. But if you could delay the upload till the 24th of December. The reason I like to do it that way is because it makes a day of it, and people can sit there and binge watch every single one of the unboxings, which I think is a really cool idea. And then what we might do on the 25th, on Christmas Day, we'll recap. We'll go through everyone's videos and just do a quick recap. We won't watch the full video, but we'll go through and see what people got each other as a bit of a recap, and possibly link all the videos in the description as well. But I think that'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to going through the videos. Are you looking forward to Secret Santa, buddy?
Yes, I need to send you an email actually, so I think I'm going to do it now because I do. Yeah, I want to try and join in if it's not too late.
Have you not already joined in?
I don't think I have. I've not sent you an email. I think we had the conversation before at the Royal Mint, but I'm probably going to send you one now if it's not too late.
Well, send one now, just in case. It's not, because the emails haven't gone out till tomorrow. And this is what I'm saying. I wanted to give everybody up until the end of November chance to enter. And I wanted to make sure everyone who wanted to had entered before we start picking names out of the pot. So that's the reason the emails haven't gone out. But to be honest with you, it's worked out very well that way, because we've been a few people that have... I've said, I'm so sorry, I'll give you the wrong email address. Can you use this email address, or something else, or some other reason? So it's it's worked out pretty well that way. But yeah, if you just send me a quick email just to make sure I definitely remember to put you in it. And as I say, the email will start coming through at some point tomorrow, because I'll be adding everyone's email to their profile on the Secret Santa website, which is the website, just so people know. The website is I think it's called Draw Names. The website is. I'm just going to double check that in my emails. Where are we? Secret Santa 2024. Okay. Drawnames.co.uk is the name of the website. So you'll get an email from drawnames.co.uk. It'll tell you that the Stack Collector has sorted the Secret Santa. Here's a link to your profile, and then the only thing you need to do is just to put your address in your profile, and the only person who will see your address is your Secret Santa. I won't see it, and nobody else will see it. Only the person who's sending you a gift. I saw Jumpy put a comment on about the wish list. No, you don't have to buy the item from the wish list. The wish list is just to be taken as a pinch of salt. It's just people put mad items on their wish list just as a joke, and it's just as a bit of fun. So don't worry about the wish list. You can completely ignore that if you want to. It's the 1 ounce of silver, and there's no value to the 1 ounce of silver. It's be as generous as you want to be, but an ounce of fine silver is all that people need to put in, because it's more about getting involved. It's more about taking part and having fun than it is everything else. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good. Last year worked really well, and I think this year is going to be just as good, if not better. We've definitely got more people taking part this year, which is fantastic to see. I think we've got like double the people from last year. That's brilliant. So well done for taking part, MacDonald, mate. That's awesome of you. Luke says, I'll definitely drop in on Christmas, mates. Be awesome to spend some time with you lot on Christmas. It would be, wouldn't it? It really would. Do you want to take over? I'm getting a bit hoarse now, mate.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Let me just refresh. So bear with me, guys, just whilst I go through.
Well, we're up at it's Luke at the moment. He says I'll do this one while you catch us up, mate. So Luke says, to be honest, it's awesome. Stacker Social has brought us all together to have these times to natter and whatnot. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, 100%. That's what Stacker Social is all about. It really is.
Yes, I'm here now, so I found it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Stacker Social. It's good because it's brought sort of like-minded people together, and Discord's I know it's tricky at first. I found it was tricky at first as well because I didn't really understand it, but I do think it works a little bit better compared to other other sites and things like that. It's a little bit easier.
It's definitely 10 times better than the old Telegram group. I know that much.
Yeah, it's just a little bit a bit more user friendly, I find. Yeah. And you've got the marketplace and everything on there. I sell things on there, so I sell bits and pieces. It makes it easy, and I haven't seen any like, messing about or anything like that. It's usually a good community that's in there anyway. So
Very little messing about. Very, very little. Very little. Yeah, it's brilliant for that.
definitely. So just going on. So just adding on. So Silver Stag Stacker says jackpot. Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Well done to you for winning that. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So Rex with I agree. Congratulations to Silver Stag. Yeah, well done, mate. 2 days, 2 wins in a row. What did you win, Silver Stag? What was it that you won? But it sounds like you've been quite lucky recently with 2 wins.
Did you win the pyramid last night or something?
Oh, is that what? Oh, it must have been.
If you
then,
won
yeah, 'cause
pyramid
it
last
was-
night, you're not having these. I'm joking. I'm joking, but
Because it was, I mean, it was Cobra's auction last
It
night. So
was,
if you
yeah.
did, yeah, let us know, Silver Stag. Because
I didn't see the. I was in for a bit. And I watched for a while.
Yeah.
It was a good, great auction as per always. I mean, Cobra said it himself. It's nearly Christmas, so it is what it is. But the auction itself, to watch and take part of and have fun with, it was fantastic. And this is why I'm glad that he's not coming away from YouTube auctions, because what Cobra does with his auctions is another brilliant example of something where the community comes together and just has a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's with Cobra's auctions on Friday, you don't need money to take part in it. It's literally just like this. There's an open chat and you can say hello to everyone. It's the same people pretty much, and then over time it does increase and new people come. But it's very welcoming anyway, and it's just nice to have a little bit of a chat, even if you're not tempted to buy stuff, because I've got to really sit on my hands sometimes and not purchase things.
I was gonna say, just be warned. It's very difficult to go to a Cobra auction and not buy something, and that's just because of the fantastic pieces he gets and the prices of some pieces. So like MacDonald Bullion says, I'm the same. I literally have to sit on my hands and stop myself typing. But likewise, it is a brilliant night. It really is. Like I was in last night. Last 2 times, I think I wasn't in the week before this because I was on my date. That's when I was on a date. But I was in the week before that, and I don't think I bought anything that time. I definitely didn't buy anything last night, and that's because Christmas is coming up, and then I've got the coin fair after that, haven't we? So I'm that's the only reason I'm not buying much right now. If it hadn't been for that, I probably would have picked a couple of pieces up last night. But I've just realised that's something we've not spoke about. We should have spoke about that, really, shouldn't we?
We should have done, yeah. Should we speak about it a little bit now?
Yeah, why not? So we're both going to the Berlin Fair, and I know a lot of people in the community are going, but this is going to be mine and yours first Berlin Money Fair, isn't it?
First Money Fair, yeah. It's quite exciting because Berlin's quite, well, it's going to be not insane, but like for me, I've always wanted to go to Berlin, so I'm going to do the few touristy bits.
You do understand that you are the guide for the time we're there. You've lived in Germany, mate. You've got no excuse.
Yeah, but I'll be walking around with the dictionary because I've forgotten all of it. So
mate, I can say hello. I can tell you my name and where I'm from, and then I can sing Nina 99 Luftballons, and that's it.
Oh, that's all you need.
But I can't. Hast du etwas Zeit für mich? Dann singe ich ein Lied für dich. And I can
that's perfect.
I can do
that's
the whole
all you
song.
need.
I can do the whole song. That's the only German I know.
But I think the tickets are out now. Did you manage to pick up the
I haven't bought mine
tickets?
yet. No. I'll get them. I'm sure you can buy them on the door if you wanted to, couldn't you?
You probably can, yeah. I think there's. I think it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, isn't it? I don't think I'll do the Sunday.
Is
I
it
think
not Thursday?
Is it the Thursday? I can't remember.
I thought Thursday. I thought I might be wrong, but I thought Thursday was the first day.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I thought.
I don't know. I'll have to check now.
I thought it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, someone will have to put it in the chat and remind us. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There we go.
It's yeah. That's what I thought it was.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. So I think the tickets are out now. I don't know how much they are. I've not bought mine yet. I think they're about €35, if I'm not mistaken, for the whole weekend. If you do go,
I think we're about £15 a day, aren't they?
Yeah, something like that. I think some people have got their tickets already.
Yes.
I will probably be getting mine relatively quite soon, and I'm looking forward to it. It sounds like it will. There's a lot of people going, so it'd be nice to see people out and about. And I don't think I'll be picking up loads of
No, yeah.
pieces. I think I'm just more so intrigued to see the different products and the different mints and everything, and have a little look and see what's coming, and also an excuse to go check out Berlin as well, because
Yes.
it's somewhere I've always wanted to go. I've just never had the opportunity, and it's a good excuse for me to kind of give to go as well. So, yeah,
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be good. I'm the same as you. I'd like to do go and see some sites while we're over there. Again, I'm not going to go mad buying. I think I'm going to take about 500 quid cash with me, and that's it. So I'm not going to be buying stupid amounts of anything. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you know, and I'm not necessarily planning to definitely spend the full 500. You know, I might bring some back with me if I need to. But it's, you know, it's like you've said yourself here, mate. It's more about the experience. It's about going down, meeting the mints, meeting these people. You know, seeing what it's like as an experience, and also seeing some sites around Berlin, some of the old war bunkers, that kind of thing.
yeah. I mean, they always say, don't they? Like, I think it's common for people to say that Berlin's going to be the one to go. I know that there are different types of fairs that you can do in the UK, but I think Berlin's going to be the main sort of one when it comes to the sort of European sector. I want to say I don't know what the US and the Australians have. I
Sorry,
assume
mate.
they'll.
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted
Yeah.
to say Jamie's let us know he's off and take care of all. So I
Oh,
was hoping to catch him before he actually jumps off and say, Jamie, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Thank you for the video that you sent across. Very interesting, if nothing else.
yes.
You take care of yourself, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
Yeah. Take care, Jamie.
And APM's joined us as well.
Oh, it's good to see APM. Yeah. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Good to see you back.
He says, "Hey guys, sorry being out with the kiddos, ex-Massey stuff." Oh, fantastic.
Oh, I see. But yeah, it's good to see you back, mate.
100%.
APM. It's always good to have him in the chat.
100%.
But is there anything that in particular you're looking out for the Berlin
No.
Money Fair at all, or is
Not-
it just
Not really, not really. Same as say, it's the experience for me. That's
Yeah.
what it is. You know, I want to go and see what it's like. It's going to be fantastic meeting up with everybody. You know, obviously I'll be doing my own thing a lot of the time, but it would be fantastic to meet up with everybody and have a quick drink or something while we're there. £25 tickets. I'm going to go silly. Can't help myself. Want some unique pieces. Yeah, no, jumping's going to be going mad. But yeah, it's. I mean, if I fall in love with anything, I'll buy it. You know what I mean? But it's gonna.
Yeah.
It was the same with the London Coin Fair. You know, I didn't buy a huge amount there. I bought a few bits. And that's all I felt I needed to do. But you know, it was a good time. Louise said the only German I learnt from school was "Can I go to the toilet, please?" I don't know if I could tell that, but I can do all of 99 Love Balloons by Nina. So that's going to be me. But yeah, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a good time, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's of course. Silver Stag Stacker vicariously won something from me.
Ah,
What it was is I did the costume competition at Halloween, didn't I?
yes.
And
Yeah.
that was something I wanted to do on my own. So I funded that and got all the prizes together because I thought it was going to be a lot of fun. And because of that, I couldn't enter myself, but it was, you know, 365 and Cyber Salman, they were free to enter. 365 got second place. Nerd UK won it. 365 got second place, and second place was a half-house coin, a stack of social coaster, stack of social poker chip, and stack of social sticker, etc. And because 365 won it, but he's already got the stack of social stuff. He put that. He went into the Stad Shack interact room. Well, no, what he did is a video he brought out last night was when he unboxed it. He said the first person to comment pink panda in the Stat Chat interact room wins those few bits, and it was Silver Stag Stacker who put Pink Panda in there first. So that's he won the coaster from 365. He also won Cobra's Channing's show. Oh yes, you did. You won the show the card with a block of medium cheddar. Now Duck Race, 3 wins in a week. What a week! What a week for Silver Stag Stacker.
Well done, Silver Stag Stacker. Yeah, it's definitely you definitely won a few bits, and the coaster looks fantastic. I think is it slate?
Yes, yeah. I mean, this one's minging because I use it. So it's got a ring on it, but yeah, they're great. They're fantastic coasters. Really well made. Really well put together. Like you say, it's made out of slate. And one thing I like about it is it don't matter if it gets minging like this because you can just wet it and wipe it down. You know, most other coasters they're made like of an MDF or like a you know, it's basically just compressed paper. So the second you get them too wet, they just deform and delaminate and just come apart. But not going to happen with one of these. Very stylish. You've got a Stacker Social at the top. You've got the logo and established 2023 at the bottom right there. These are currently for sale. You can pick them up yourself if you wish to do so via the Louis. I do believe the link is in the description of all my videos, just as is the link for Stacker Social as well. So if you did want to grab yourself one, you can do so. Something that goes very well with the Stacker Social coaster is the Stacker Social mug. I normally have them on my stack tab, but tonight I've got my Tetley I'm the Gaffer, which doesn't really help. But if you did want to get yourself a Stacker Social mug to go with your Stacker Social coaster, you do that by getting it from the 365 Days of Silver merch shop, which is in his bio on his videos. But yeah, no, fantastic. They are fantastic little items. They really are.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the things I did want to add on to that as well is I won one of the bars that Louis did, actually. If you don't know Louis are in Stacker Social as well, and they release some really nice stuff.
Yeah.
I think they do a lot of poured pieces, as well as other pourers as well. You've got GSH I mean, you can really see the journey that GSH has taken when it comes to his pours. They just look fantastic now. Big well done to him. Silver Punk, there's so many others, you know, that's now in there, and it's really nice to see the pieces. Going back on Louis actually, I won a competition from them where they sent me a brass poured piece, and the brass poured piece is, in all honesty, is one of my favourite bars that I own. It's like a little Pac-Man bar. I won't be able to show it on the camera because it will send my camera into overdrive. It won't focus properly. But it's a really nice bar. You probably see it on the Bluey channel. And it just goes to show that the people that are pouring the bars and everything like that, it really takes some effort, and there's some really nice designs. And Bluey's just one of them as well. So they do a great job. And I'm sure the slate coaster just looks fantastic as well. So a big well done to them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They have done some fantastic pieces for Louis have. I'd love to have more of their pieces. But yeah, I think the only Louis piece I own is the Stacker Social poker chip.
Yes.
Which I think they did a fantastic job of that. They really did. It wounds me. It does wound me because after the real life duck race, there was a bit of a design put together for that, but I don't think it went anywhere, unfortunately. But I would have loved to have seen that come to fruition. Yeah,
I mean, there's even the poker chips. Adding on to that as well. Prevo did a great job with advertising that.
He did
a fantastic job with that.
His video was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was so professional, really well done, and I mean, Primo's done great on the channel as well. His roundups just make it so easy.
Yeah.
You know, you can just pretty much just check that on Stacker Social and just see what the week, like a brief up of the week as well, which is nice.
He does a fantastic job with them. Davinia said my audio's been all over the place. I don't know what you mean, Davinia, but I have been going into the red a bit. I think I was a bit too close to the microphone, so if it was getting a bit distorted, that might be why. So I've just tweaked the volume. I've turned my microphone down a little bit. Hopefully that will resolve that. So I do apologise about that, Davinia, but thank you very much for letting me know.
So we've got...
True Legends just asked me how the 2-ounce stacker is going. Well, as you can see in front of me, we've got the Eternal Flame, We've got the Ganesh. We've got the Hamza Hand of Fatima. We've got the Mjolnir Thor's Hammer. I'm now dual wielding Gabriel swords. I've got 2 Gabriel swords right now. These are 2.5 ounce technically, but still. And then I've now got my hands on the Michael sword as well, which I was quite shocked at how much. I don't want to say bigger because we're both 2.5 ounce, but how much longer the Michael sword is than the Gabriel sword. But one thing I have noticed, if you look here, I'm going to have to make myself some kind of display because if you've got 2 Gabriel swords, look how nicely they go together like that. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to get a little display thing made up for them to go together like that. But yeah, so it's slow but surely. I want to get the Ankh next, but same as I say, Christmas and the money fair have taken quite a bit of my money at the moment.
Yeah, the swords look fantastic. I think they've done a great job with that. The stackables are fantastic as well. Really nice detail.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to see what Jumping's on about the silver dragon sword. Who's it done by? Is it silver painted dragon in armor with sword? That one's pretty cool. It's like a dragon holding a sword. Let me know. Jumping. Is it a new one by Comsco? Because I'm still waiting for the halberd of Raphael to come out, but I'm very very intrigued with that. I think this is a bit of a dragon sword, isn't it? That makes me feel like the handle of that. I always feel it's very dragony. That's why I like to call it my dragon claw. South Korean mint, the new one. Right, so let's have a quick look at theirs. Sorry, mate. If you want to do comments while I do this.
Yeah, I'll take a little look. But Davinia is just reinforcing just what I mentioned about the brass Pac-Man from the Louis. She won one as well. Davinia, I'm sure you can agree, it's a really nice bar. They've done a really good job with that, and you know, it's brass, so it really sticks out in my collection. I really like it. It's one of my favourite pieces actually. So Louis made me a custom blistering barnacles one. Well, that's really nice, BBA, and I'm you deserve that. So Louis have some really nice stuff, and they have made some nice pieces for the Stackers social community, and BBA, I'm glad that they made you something like that as well. So it's good to hear that. And there's a silver one as well, which sounds pretty cool. So I've not seen the silver Pac-Man bar. That is definitely something that I need to take a look at because it sounds pretty nice, pretty cool actually. This dragon sword, I assume is going to be Comsco.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm trying to find.
The sword of Chiwu, Jumpin says.
Oh, sorry guys, do apologise. I didn't realise I was showing you on the screen there. That's because I'm on my hotkey, so let me put studio mode on. It will stop me doing that again. Let's have a look. I did find a website where you could go through it all, and they had the list of them, but I can't find it now, unfortunately. I'll keep looking. And try and find it. You not interested in the dragon face? Yeah, I am, mate. I'll definitely. I'm going to be getting the polygonal dragon face. That's one of my next ones to grab, mate. Actually, I think it's going to be Ankh, then the polygonal dragon. What's this got on here? But no, yeah, I definitely will be grabbing that one. Who's going to pull Robin Hood first? Oh, I don't know, BBA. I don't know. That's a great answer, great question, that is, mate. I'll send it to you. Yeah, send it or put it on Stack Chat Interact, mate. Either to my email or Stack Chat Interact. And yeah, what did you say it was? What sword was it?
Was it the sword of Chiwu?
Chiwu, that was it, isn't it? Cool. Let's have a look. If you want to go back to the comments, mate.
So I think we've covered most of it. I've got it. The Louis pieces.
I found him. All right, here we go. Right, Comsco Arms, Sword of Chiwu. Right. That's a bit of me right there, that is. That is a bit of me right there. check that out.
Oh, slight delay. Hang on.
If you look on
Oh,
Skype,
right,
you'll
yeah,
see it straight away.
that's that's TSC all over.
Yeah, 100% on that one. So I still need to get the halberd, but yeah, I will definitely 100% be getting that. It might have to get 2 of them to go with my Gabriels.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of that. I know the is it the Archangel sword? They sold really well, I think, and they did the gilded ones as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're really artistic, aren't they? I mean, they're lovely to look at.
Yeah, I've just seen that he's let me know he's posting Stat Chat Interact, but I just found it myself, as you were. But nice picture there, 2.5 ounces like the other weapons are. But no, I will have to get that. It's me too. Already ordered. Good stuff, mate. I'll wait a little bit before I get mine. I'll have all 4. Yeah, I haven't got the halberd yet. Is the halberd for sale yet? I know it was on pre-order, but I don't know if it's is it actually available yet. I'm not going to bother with the gold gilding, mate. I just think it's a bit too expensive for what it is. But they are very very nice. I can see why you'd be like why you'd want them. But just a little bit rich for my blood. Very nice. Would that sword be at Germany show? Well, maybe if it's at the Germany show, I'll pick it up there. I'll grab it there. You know. It's on pre-order. It says jump in. Yeah. But what about the halberd? Is that still on pre-order, or is that been released yet? How much of those dragon swords? They're going to be around 100 quid, mate, if not a little bit more. 100 to 120, 30 quid, something like that. That's from APM. But they're a fantastic series. They really are. This is the first one in the sword series. You've got the Shield series, you've got the Stackable series, but then you got the sword series. So the first one was the sword of Saint Michael. Or the Archangel Michael, and then after that you had the sword of Archangel Gabriel, and then the next one to come out is the halberd of the Archangel Raphael, and then after that it's the sword of Chiwu, which is that dragon one. The gold gild looks sweet. It does look sweet, but they have a big premium on the gold gilded ones. I like all the swords, but I love that dragon one. Me too, mate, 100%. Yeah, I think that dragon one is definitely going to be my favourite out of all the ones up to yet, just because of how much I like dragons, really. What's your thoughts on it? Have you ever thought of getting something like that? I know you said that you like them and you think they're really nice detailed. Is it something you'd be interested in the future?
I do like them. I think I feel like I've kind of missed out because I remember contemplating over getting the Archangel. I think when they first came out, I was a bit like, oh, maybe I should buy it. The only thing that kind of puts me off buying it is I start too many series that I don't finish, and what would worry me is missing out on one that I couldn't get.
Yeah.
And then I've missing out on another collection that I wanted to do. So I'm not doing. It's not something that I would do now, but I can appreciate the pieces. I think they're really nice, and I think if I had the spare funds to like go out and just buy it, then I would.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well,
but yeah, they're lovely.
I can remember when I bought my Hamza hand, which was the first one I got. I can remember Griff Coin Noob, he's saying how I've been bitten, and I can remember saying to him at the time, I'm gonna try so hard to resist, not just going deep into the collection, which I'm doing pretty well now. The weapons, I do intend to get every single one of them. They're kind of up my street. I'm into like medieval weaponry, that kind of thing. I've got a few swords myself. I think most people have seen them on the channel. I've got the antique British Army officer's sword, a modern replica rapier. I've got a replica of the Punisher's sword from the comic books, and got a few. I've got a few other knives and like that little blade I showed earlier. I do like to collect stuff like that. So yeah, it's the swords. I do want to get every single one, but the 2 ounce stackables, I'm not bothered about getting in every single one. There's some that I'm just not fussed about. So it's just for ones that speak out to me on the stackables. That's what I'm going to do going forwards. Can't see an email from you, Jumping Mate. I haven't got an email, mate. The last one I've got is from Josh about Secret Santa. Yeah, okay, so this what True Legends just put in Stack Chat Interact, this is what I'm referring to. This is the halberd of Saint Raphael, or the halberd of the Archangel Raphael. A halberd being a poleaxe with a bit of spike on the top. And I think that's gorgeous myself. I think all of these weaponry series are absolutely stunning. I really do. But yeah, that's the next one to come out, and then the one after that will be this Sword of Chiwu, which is what Jumping's just shown us today. So yeah, what a fantastic collection. But I'm really glad I got into them. But yeah, I've refreshed in my inbox, mate, and it's I've not received an email from you, Jumping, unfortunately.
I think just going back to that briefly, I think Comsco is like a lot of the stuff that I feel that's kind of been a little bit overlooked compared to a lot of the other mints. Comsco's not something that I was really I knew too much about.
I think that's changing
recently.
I think that's changing.
Yeah.
You're 100% right, but I think they've got the spotlight on them at the moment.
Yeah.
Here he is, look. Here's Griff. Welcome to the dark side. I've had 4 stackers delivered this week. There you go. He's between Griff and Jumping. They're mad from. They really are mad from. Griff's got a huge collection, and Jumping's catching him up. It's not gone. I'll get Diaxis to send it to SS. Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you. And thank you, Diaxis. That's fantastic. The Dragon Sword looks the best by far for me, personally. Yeah, I'm with you, True. That Dragon Sword, that's a bit of me right there. It really is. Is there anything that's strictly not allowed to be sent on Secret Santa? Or APM? It's always APM. Do you know APM's the only reason that we have the can include a gag gift rule in the Secret Santa? That is just for APM. Honestly, it really is. It really is. The Chiwu sword has Comsco stamped on it. Does it? I didn't notice that. That's pretty cool. What is that black and gold thing, MacDonald? Oh, it's a sovereign case, isn't it?
Yeah, it's someone told me it's a fob. It holds sovereigns, basically. It holds half and fulls.
Yeah.
I got it from eBay. It was 20 quid, and I thought it was cool. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, it is cool. It is cool. I've seen them before. Something. There we go. Yeah, okay. I wanted to double check. I just wanted to check. Fob just basically means it attaches to a chain and normally goes into a pocket.
Yeah.
So like a fob watch kind of thing. Yeah. So I just wanted to check before I said that I wasn't wrong. But no, it is. But so it would be a fob because you can see you got the loop at the top of it.
It's a copper one. It's a copper one. You can get silver ones, which
I've seen the silver.
Very expensive.
Oh god,
they are very expensive.
Yeah. The one I saw in silver, I think it was about 1,400 quid.
Yeah, they can be quite expensive. I mean, they're really nice. They are really lovely accessories, and if you do want to keep, if you take them out because it was used as currency, so if you take them out and put them in, they're not going to keep your sovereigns in tip-top perfect condition as opposed to putting it in a capsule. The reason I've got it is just because I like playing around with sovereigns and stuff, and I buy best value, or I try to, so I don't really mind. But it's probably not the best thing to put in if you want to keep your sovereigns in best condition, but it's a cool little case for sure.
You can get them for sixpences.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I nearly bought one for a sixpence a little while ago. It was made out of silver. Sorry, the one I saw for 1,400, that was made out of 9 carat gold. Yeah, I sent it to Future Investments from 365 ages ago. I'd seen it online. I was like, I so want to get one of these, but it's just a bit too much for me. But could you use silver sovereigns instead? Well, you can now. I'm not talking about them. Stupidly overpriced. Go away, Royal Mint. Come back when you can price things, more reasonably. Let's have a quick look at the new news in the shop. We've got. So we've got. You've got the dark side. In fact, I'll put it on screen so you guys can see it. So we've had the dark side bar this week. You've got the 2017 Sovereign Piaggio Ford right there. That's got oh god, wrong one. Come on, TSC, what are you doing here? There we go, got it. Right, so you've got the that's for 2017 Sovereign, which is a gorgeous design. It's based on the original Sovereign design where you got the border around it. I was saying on the crowns earlier.
Border looks great. Yeah.
Yeah, is that the next of the? Is that the second of the dinosaur series I've just seen there? I don't know. Might just be the first one still. But you got you got the dark side bar, silver, gold, and 10 Oz silver. You've got the silver Sovereign. Let's have a look at the silver Sovereign, guys. So we've got a limited edition for 50,000. 50,000 is not small. You're not going to be hard to get hold of at 50,000. So I'm guessing what would be about 8 grams. Yeah, 7.99 grams. So 8 grams of silver, a quarter of an ounce of silver for 80 quid.
It's too much. It's too much, isn't it?
It is too much. To me, it is too much. I know some people have been really excited about it. Yes, it comes in a very nice, fancy case. I get that. It's very nicely presented. I'm not too bothered about it. I'd rather get a bullion version of it for a lot cheaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you can even go to. I'm not a fan of them, but the other mints that the more private mints, they'll probably do them for about 30-40 quid.
Well, you've got Gibraltar since when was it? 2021. Gibraltar brought out a load of the old pre-decimal coins in silver. In fact, I've got one right here, which has been sent across from Tech the Coin Hunter. It's going to go into a future duck race, and that's Gibraltar silver half crown. So I think in 2021, I think it was. Is this? Yeah, 2021, same day on this one. I think they brought out a few because I know Griff's got the silver sovereign from 2021 Gibraltar. It's 2019's, yeah, but they also did the 2021 ones, didn't they? Because I do believe the 2021 silver sovereign's got the nicer design on it. I think it's got the Hanoverian shield on the 2021 version, mate. But I know you're right though. Yours is the 2019 ones. I got Isle of Man. One proved 25 quid. Yeah, fair enough. Same as you say, there's been other mints that have done silver sovereigns in the past, and we're more than welcome to because there's no copyright on sovereign. But yeah, I just don't. I think the Royal Mint are charging far too much. 80 quid. It's like Divinia said, 75 quid for a fancy box.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. There's a lot of things the Royal Mint are doing that I really don't like. Selling, coins that are pretty much £1, £2, and putting them in fancy packaging and trying to upsell them, and they're not even that great of condition when you can just purchase them for a lot cheaper anyway.
Yeah.
They will still release a lot of products that many will buy. Even I will still buy, but some of the stuff that they do, I really do question. I really don't like, but I mean that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, I'm coming away from Royal Mint massively. It's like I'm going to finish off the 6 decades bond. I'm going to finish off the Tudor Beast, and then I'm going to be thinking very, very carefully about any further series I'm going with the Royal Mint. But look at this here. This is what Jumping's been trying to show us. Look at that. I would have that coffee table right there.
Oh yes, yeah, that would be you. Yeah.
That's absolutely gorgeous. Jumping's it's very much like me. He's into dragons himself. But he's recently bought a beautiful dragon style letter opener. It is gorgeous, that is. But yeah, I know he likes his dragons too. But that crystal dragon table right there is absolutely cool. It is. Jumping, it is so cool. It really, really is, mate. So thanks for getting that across. Mate, what I wouldn't give to have my stack spread out on top of that table right there.
It's a nice, nice looking table.
Yeah, no, it is. What's the price tag on something like that? Thousands, mate. Thousands. I can
You
promise
custom, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's not going to be cheap, mate. It's my motif, but I'd still not get one. That's for Silver Sovereign from Jumping. Yeah. Well, I I kind of disagree with jumping on that because it's a crown, mate. That's your motif. It's a silver crown. It's George of the Dragon in silver, which is what his motif is. It's a crown, isn't it? You know what I mean? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's it's a beautiful coin, beautiful design. But yeah, no, I get what you say. I get the point you're making anyway. Yeah, it's I think a lot of people are thinking that way, mate. A lot of people are thinking. I know there's some people. Sai was in earlier. I completely forgot to say hello to Sai. I noticed him come in, and he's been really excited about it. He really has been excited about it. So we're definitely going to see it on his channel at least. I know that much. But yeah, I mean, in a few weeks, if we're on the secondary market, I might pick one up a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tay was just missing an SS coaster and a kind of Mango Loco monster. You know, it's all about the Mango Loco monster. I'm never live with you guys without one of these in my hand. Right, and buddy, it's just gone 11:15, so I'm thinking we'll shut it down soon. So is there anything else you want to say quickly before we go?
Not from me. I mean, my phone's on 15%, so if there are any sort of last-minute dash questions, then it's probably coming towards the last chapter now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Divinity needs to take the dog out anyway, so it sounds like a good time. Let's. What's a weird random fact? Let's end it on a weird random fact. No, you can't cheat. I can hear you cheating. All right, I'll start us off with one. All right. So here's a weird fact for you. The oldest photo of you is also the youngest photo of you.
Yes.
And here's something to ponder. Here's something to ponder, to pontificate, as it were. Why are cookies called cookies if you bake them, but bacon's called bacon and you cook it?
Yes, that's true.
Your ears never stop growing, says Louise. That's true. That is true.
I don't have any.
Oh, I'll have to try. I'll keep trying to think. I'll think one for you. A weird fact. I'm normally very good at these. I lose them.
Let me search one.
All right, I'll let you cheat. Is this? Is that the piece you got from Vilui? BBA, mate. Because that looks very Vilui-esque, the poker chip style of it. And that is beautiful Celtic design on there. And yeah, I love that, mate. Is that that is very, very beautiful, BBA, mate.
Oh, okay. Right. So I've got one.
Oh, I've got one. A two-headed two-headed snake's heads will fight over food, despite the fact it shares the same stomach.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Have you seen a two-headed snake?
There's many photos of them. It's like a Siamese twin type thing. It does happen. It's rare, but it does happen. And when it does happen, the two heads will literally fight each other over the food, regardless of the fact that they both share the nutrients from it.
Well, I've got one, and it's Canada eats the most macaroni and cheese, apparently.
Nah, they're not taking me into account on that.
Than any other country in the world, which is, I would have thought it'd been the US, but...
Yeah. Well, they just love their mac and cheese in Canada, then. And
yeah, they do.
Well, which is better, though, mac and cheese or poutine?
Mac and cheese.
I don't know. Poutine, chips and gravy with cheese. Come on.
Chips and gravy with... Oh,
That's what poutine is, mate. It's chips and gravy with cheese curds.
Oh, no. I don't know. But to be fair, though, it was only recently I learned what Bovril was. I had no idea what Bovril was. No idea.
It's a lovely
Never
hot
seen
drink. I love Bovril. I don't like Marmite, but I love Bovril. True legend, giraffes are 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning than humans. Another fun fact about giraffes, they have the same number of bones in their necks as humans do. We both have 7 bones in our necks. And what's the other thing I learned very, very recently about giraffes? I I can't remember. Here's a fun one for you. A cat's penis is barbed. So let's all feel a little bit sorry for all the lady cats out there. That's generally true. It's covered in they're covered in sharp little barbs, so the female cat can't escape. It's mating for cats is horrific. It really is.
Wow.
So,
Wow. That is something I didn't know.
there you go. You'll sleep. Everyone will sleep some more soundly tonight. They will. Coinnew says, just got my new passport. It's black. Oh, we gone back to black, have we? We go back to black. Who was that? Amy Winehouse, wasn't it? Back to black.
Yes, yeah. I got mine recently as well, but I got a. I just went for my Irish one, so
Okay.
I haven't. My British one renews, I think, next year, but I thought, well, I'll just do my Irish one instead because I thought it'd be easier travelling. But I don't know how it works now. It's been a few years since I've travelled sort of in Europe post Brexit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Baron's just put everyone fears cats more now. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Another fun fact about cats is there's two subspecies of cats. There's Panthera and Felinus or something like that. And Panthera are your big cats, so your lions, your tigers, your leopards, that kind of thing. Other normal domestic cats don't have the capacity to roar, which is unique to Panthera, and the cheetah is the largest species of non-Panthera cats. So a cheetah is basically just an overgrown house cat.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Are they?
So I think I think leopards can't climb. I'm pretty sure leopards can't climb trees.
Is it the cheetahs that do?
Yeah, cheetahs can climb trees because they've got the retractable claws like a normal cat. Let me just double check because I had somebody told me I was wrong on this, but because we've seen photos of cheetahs and leopards in trees, but they can only climb trees about as good as a dog can.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of wasn't it the Jungle Book? He was a jaguar, wasn't he?
It might be cheetahs. It might be cheetahs then. Is it cheetahs? It's one of the way round. One of them can't climb trees. So cheetahs can technically climb trees, but they are not strong climbers and not as good as it is leopards or lions. So I was getting it the wrong way around. Cheetahs can't climb trees. They say I was getting it the wrong way around. So claws, cheetahs have non-retractable claws that are similar to dogs. So that's what I mean. They can climb a tree about as well as a dog can.
Right, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, I got it backwards, but it was there somewhere.
Yeah.
Davinia said, "Wouldn't like to bet my life on that." Well, I just googled it and it was correct. So yeah, I got it wrong way around, but it was what I was saying was right. I once had a cheetah living with me. Oh, bless you, true, bless you, buddy. But yeah, no, there's same as say, there's two subspecies of cats there, and that's the difference of them. Right, well, that's a few weird facts. I've never done that before. Thought it'd be fun. I'll try and get some ready for next week because I do like a weird fact.
Yeah, I think it breaks it up, doesn't it? So
it does, mate. It does. But I think we've probably rambled on long enough now. Cats can climb, not so good at getting back down. That's very true, Davinia.
Yeah,
that is very true. But no, yeah, I knew one of them didn't have the retractable claws, and that's why they can't climb. And it was the cheetah, not the leopard. Also, leopards and pumas are the same thing. They're not different species. A lot of people think they're different species, but they're not.
Right.
Basically, a puma is just a leopard with black fur, and if you look really closely at the fur, they still have the spots.
Oh, okay. That's something I didn't know.
And jaguar, I think, as well, is the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
The things we learn.
There you go. It's all about cats tonight. It's all about cats. So, the truth says so. We kicked her out. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, mate. Vets for Pets wouldn't put her down, so I kicked her out. Bless you, mate. Thank you for streaming fun as always, says Davinia. Thank you very much. We're definitely going on. Wasn't a great games console for Jaguar. It wasn't. It flopped into the Jaguar. I remember that barely. Always a great stream with amazing friends, says BBAR. It's very kind of you, mate. But I'm waffling now. So I think I'm going to have to say we've rambled on for long enough now, guys. So until next time, as usual, look after each other, keep stacking, take care, and goodbye.